Welcome to the TNT podcast, where we discuss all of the hottest current events within hip hop culture, album reviews, politics within the music industry, and more. You all know me by Tellurian. I am one half of the TNT podcast, and of course, I have my brother here with me.
Yes, sir. My name is Timothy. I'm the other half of the TNT podcast, and we're here with the shits. We are bringing unbiased, unfiltered, honest conversations about hip hop and the culture. So if you're sensitive about your favorite artist or public figure, go on ahead to the next podcast, but you can still follow us though. Just remember, these are our opinions, and we are only speaking on behalf of us. Thank you all for tuning in.
All social media platforms will be in the description for each and every episode, so don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Peace and love.
All right. Yes, sir. This is episode 50 of the TNT podcast, TNT, and this is one half of the TNT podcast, Tellurian, and of course my brother's on here. Tim, let you introduce yourself like you always do.
Yes, sir. You're live in the flesh, episode 50 of the TNT podcast, TNT. We're back, and we have a very special guest. Or not even a special guest. This is a family.
It's our brother.
This is our brother. He is a part of the TNT podcast. Goddamn,
family.
He's gonna be a regular moving forward. We're gonna have him on 50 more episodes. But man, we got our brother Justin Bell with us here. How you feeling, my brother?
Man, I'm feeling good. Man. Just grateful to see another day. I'm grateful to see my brothers looking well. And grateful to be on y'all's episode for the first time. We're looking forward to this day. And I hope to be on many more.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. That's crazy because, damn, we got Justin on episode 50. He should have been
episode 50, baby.
I feel like he should have been on way earlier than this. Damn, that's crazy.
Congratulations. First of all, congratulations to y'all making it to episode 50. I know it's been tough for y'all. But y'all been pushing through, man. That's all that matters. Y'all just been pushing through.
Yes, sir, man. We just trying to be consistent,
Yeah, man. Consistency is key. And, thank you for taking the time to spend with us today to shoot the shit. So we got some hip hop to talk about today. I'm excited and I'm happy. But Tellurian, how are you feeling, my brother?
I'm good, man. Just been chilling. Like I always tell y'all, I don't be doing much during the week. Just be working. I ain't really do much this weekend. I just been kind of chilling. Was just watching UFC fights, hanging with a couple friends. Oh yeah, one of my friends had a gender reveal. Found out he's about to have a girl. So that was fun. And but besides that, nothing. Just been chilling. About to get ready to come home next week, so I'm happy about that for a few days. Go kick it with you a little bit, and few family members and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited, bro. But what about you, bro? How you been?
Oh man, I just been chilling, been working, just taking it day by day. I've been watching a lot of TV lately. I've been trying to catch up on a lot of different shows and shit. So but yeah, nothing ever goes on in my life. So, just been chilling, relaxing, catching up on music, listening to a lot of music. A lot of music has already come out this year already, and we're only in March. So, but yeah, nothing too crazy, man. Nothing too crazy. I'm here. I'm alive. So,
amen. Grateful.
Peace God, pray God. We living. We good.
Sir.
We healthy. We avoiding this COVID. Hopefully, we all avoiding COVID, man. It's been pretty crazy lately.
Yeah, man. We praying things get back to normal soon, at least by middle of the year, hopefully.
Yeah, by June, so I come down there and hang out on my birthday without having problems.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's a process. It's taking a while, but I feel like eventually things will get back to normal. Eventually, I pray.
Yeah, so. I'm thinking by 2022 shit should be back to normal. I mean, if you want me to be honest with you, I'm nosy. I get on my Snapchat every now and then and pull up the little map, and I'll click on different places in Dallas to see what people are doing. And motherfuckers is out there just raw dogging at the bar. You know what I'm saying?
That's
She's out
The
there.
man said raw dog.
He said raw dog.
Raw dogging at the bar.
He's like no protection, nothing.
No mask. It's
No
crazy out
mask,
here.
no nothing.
Them mother said, fuck that mask and just said everybody go crazy, huh? Okay.
Yeah, man.
Ever since that idiot took the limitations off of Texas and said that everything is open and we can go at 100% capacity, motherfuckers just out here just, you know what I'm saying? Just being stupid.
I don't completely trust that yet.
Nah, and not even just that. I don't trust these vaccines either. You know what I'm saying? My mom,
I don't either.
She called me the other day and she got her first shot, and I was just like, nothing better not happen. I'm gonna be ready to sue.
Yeah, that like I said, my grandma, she was trying to get me to do it. I said, I don't trust that shit.
Nah,
He said, you need to get. I said, nah. I said, it took, because me and my cousin, we were talking about it. It took a lot of years just to get a vaccine for like the flu and stuff. And now we just got this. Like, nah.
Yeah, I was like, how good is this being tested out? Like, how many tests have y'all done on this? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a concern, especially for a lot of Black people, because there's been a lack of diversity on the testing of the shots. Of course, they're always going to test on us first because they don't give a fuck about the Black man or the Black woman. So you already know how that goes. But I'm not getting that goddamn shot. I'm just telling you right now. I'm not getting that damn shot. And I'm scared, man. I'm really scared because, my mom, she just turned 61. So she's at that age. Oh, wow. She's at that age where she kept telling me, I need to go ahead and get it because I don't want to expose myself to the virus because I'm of that age. And I was like, I understand that, but I don't try. That vaccine hasn't been around long enough. I told her, I was like, this shit needs to at least be around for 2 to 3 years before I take it because I'm not going anywhere near. I don't trust it.
Yeah, I noticed like older people are taking it, and more so people our age are not taking it because I guess we got a different type of immune system or whatever, and we can fight off sickness and stuff faster. But I noticed a lot of older people are taking it, and I'm like, yeah, I hope y'all are good. Like it's scary.
Yeah, I agree with you on that because I was telling Raquel, I was like, I know damn well me and you done had that damn virus at least once. Because you have to think about
I might have had it, bro, before it was called COVID. Like I'm like, I like, bro, it was like, I think right when COVID happened, it was like a month or so before. They said I had the flu, but I don't know. That was like the worst I ever felt. I don't know if it was I don't know if that was really COVID or really I just had the flu before they called it COVID. I don't know, but it happened like a good month or so, or no, maybe like a couple months or so before before COVID happened. And I was just like, I don't know. I was like, I might have had it. I don't know.
You might have a point with that. You might have a point with that because before I stopped working at my last job, a friend of mine who worked there back in, I want to say November or so of 2019, because remember, the first case of COVID was announced in 2019 and during the holidays in 2019. So one of my coworkers was actually, it was the same thing. He caught the flu and he was out of work for like at least 2 weeks. And when it first got announced that they were going to shut everything down in March of 2020, we were just talking to each other and we was like, yo, what if you had COVID in November? Like, what if that's what you had? Because he was like, it was the worst. He's had the flu before, but he was like, it's the worst flu that I've ever had in my life. Like, I felt like I was going to die. And I was like, you probably had it. You probably had it.
That was the worst I've ever felt in my entire life. I'm talking about chills. Like if I turn the heat on, my body felt super hot. If the air was on, my body went into chills. I had a headache, sore throat, achy, everything. Everything was hurting. Like it was bad. I was like, that might have been COVID, bro. I was like, the worst I've ever felt in life. I was like, that might have been COVID before it was called COVID. Like,
yeah, because like I said, I'm back at my old job, and it was getting kind of bad because like really night shift, one side only had like 3 people working on that shift, and we have like 40 machines out there, and it's like you only got 3 people working. So I might have been exposed to it, but I ain't had no symptoms of it. I probably like one of them low percentage people that got it but don't know about it and just ain't getting no symptoms behind it. So
you might have been like an asymptomatic person, like they might have had it but you didn't show any symptoms of it. I know some people had it like that, and I was just like, but the crazy thing about certain asymptomatic people, I think they could have it and it doesn't feel like they got it, and then somebody else could get it and they not be asymptomatic and they get like all the symptoms and be like, and you just don't even know how it spread, like, or how that person got it or whatever, and it's scary.
That's what I was saying. Like, I definitely think that I had it, and I was asymptomatic to it, because you have to think, in June during the George Floyd thing, I went out and protested, and there was hundreds of people out there. Me and Chris, we were being irresponsible a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? We went to the bar. We needed to drink a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the bar, and we still go out to eat at restaurants and shit. So I feel like, man, there's no way that I didn't have it at some point. I was just asymptomatic to it and didn't get any symptoms of it. But no, you're right though. That is crazy how some people, because I know some people who had it and they said that they felt like it was like their last days of life. And so
yeah, man, it's serious. It's real out here.
Yeah, man. But slowly but surely we're gonna get back to normal. Hopefully 2022 is a better, we're looking better at that time. I'm ready to. I miss going to concerts, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
that's my biggest thing, bro. I miss concerts, and I was just watching some UFC fights yesterday, and they were saying in April they about to have the arena like packed again, like 15,000 people. Like, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. This is it's kind of soon to have 15,000 people in the UFC fights again. Yeah. Them UFC fights be packed. But yeah, they about to be back to that in like April, like late April. I don't know, and I don't know how soon concerts are gonna be full again. But I do miss going to concerts, though. I need a concert. It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I'm talking about the concerts where it's like an arena, because I'm done with them damn. You remember when me and you used to be at the Southside Ballroom and shit? I'm done with that. I'm not doing that no more.
Oh, you don't want to do those?
I had big ballers.
But I like those because I felt like we was closer to the artists.
They're more intimate. They're more intimate 100%. But I think I'm over the standing for 5 hours. Having a whole key, and if you got a shit, you can't go. Like, I think I'm done.
Oh man,
I'm done.
Oh yeah, and people, and when you move, people is taking spots. They don't care.
Like, yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, man. That standing for 3 hours, bruh. It had me contemplating, did I want to do concerts anymore? Honestly, we've sat through so many opening acts, and
that too, Talourian. You already know, fucking 4 hours for an opening act. Nah, man. No,
bro. And some of my favorite artists then had like 7 opening acts, and I'm like, nigga. I was like, if y'all don't come on, I'm not even gonna see you perform because you take it so long, bro.
Yeah, damn. It gets that bad when y'all like go to like them little small gatherings.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them be like 3, 4 opening. I'm like, fam, you only need maybe 1 or 2 and just come out. Like, oh my God. But that waiting on an artist for 2 hours and 3 hours is ridiculous, bro. I just be like, this is and then certain artists, like, if you go to a show, like, I've been to a show where I went at like 10 and then the artist didn't come out till like 2 in the morning. I'm like,
2 in the morning, man, what?
Like, why? Like, people got.
I would have been like, just give my money back, man. You know what? I'll watch you on the internet or something, because in some cases they probably don't even show up, and then you don't know about it till like the last minute.
Yeah, bro. I can't. I love concerts and stuff too, but now I'm starting to, now that I'm thinking about it, what Tim just said, I'm almost thinking I prefer that, because them standing those shows, or we didn't just standing for so long, bruh.
I feel like I'm done with that because me and you, we're veterans. We put in our time. We put in our 30,000 hours. So we graduated from that, and now we're gonna start going to concerts that are like at American Airlines Center moving forward.
Yep, I'm fine with that. I'm good. I'm good with that for real.
Yeah, I think it's about time for me to get into that concert because, like, what I planned on doing, I was gonna start going to a lot of more basketball NBA games because
that's what I want to do too. I want to go more games.
Like I said, we got the Pelicans kind of like maybe like 2 hours from my house, or probably like 3. But hell, I make that drive just to see my favorite players play. So
yeah,
like I said, I'm ready for when, like I said, when NBA decide to start putting more people back in the gyms. I'm ready to take that little trip, go watch a game.
Yep. I'm trying to do more sporting events. Like I went to my first soccer game out here, but I'm trying to go to at least like one hockey game. I'm trying to go to some more basketball games. I ain't been to a football game out here because it's like the San Francisco 49ers and it's like the Oakland Raiders, but I haven't been to none of those games. But I'm trying to go to more sporting events. I'm trying to go to more like more. Well, I've actually been to a lot of concerts out here, but more so like sporting events. I'm trying to get to a UFC fight in person. Like, I'm really trying to get to one of them. So that's on the bucket list for sure.
Those do seem a little enjoy. Like I wouldn't mind going to one of them. I wouldn't mind going to a boxing match. But like I said, you really don't know too many boxers now. It's all of them. Like I said, Floyd Mayweather, he's gone. You got, I think Manny Pacquiao still in it, but as far as that, you don't really hear too many names in boxing. It's always about like UFC and mixed martial arts now.
Yeah, man. I wanna go to a UFC because I was watching the fights last night and I was like, I'm getting to one of these fights, bro. I got to. It's on the bucket list. It is, man. Like, man, them UFC fights be intense, bro. I'll be like, yo, I want to see this in person. I have to see this in person one time, at least once. Oh, yeah. And so, yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm ready for stuff to open up, man. So hopefully we'll get there pretty soon. But no, man, we got some music to get to today, man. Some music.
Yes, sir.
What new music have y'all been on lately? Because a lot of shit's come out, so I want to see where y'all's brains are at right now. What y'all been listening to lately?
Man, what have I been listening to? I feel like I've been. Hold on, I might have to actually pull up what I've actually been listening to.
I know. I was gonna say down here. I know y'all don't listen to a lot of stuff that's like down here in the South, where a lot of people listen to, but. I don't know if y'all know the artist Rod Wave. You know, he kind of.
I heard that tape is hard. I'm about to actually. His
new album was actually pretty good. I was like, damn. I was like, I really didn't, because like he just is like singing about the same stuff over, and I'm like, okay, let me give this a try. And I heard the new one. I was like, oh my god. I said, bro, I played it about 3 times already. I was like, yo, I said, this dude. I mean, he's only 21. And he's singing about problems people having at the age of 30. I'm like, man, what are you going through? Because, bro, you're speaking my life right now. Like, I'm going through what you're singing about, man. Like, damn.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up. I was just listening to his project earlier today. It's called Soulfly. Yes, Rod Wave is dope. He is fucking dope. And it's crazy because Tellurian, I was at Jonathan's house and he played me a song. And I was like, who the fuck is this? And he was like, oh, that's Rod Wave. I was like, damn, I'm gonna go home and check his shit out. He's dope. He is dope.
Yeah, bro. It's funny you say that because I had been seeing a few of my friends post about him, and I was just like, I'm gonna go listen to this tape. And I just never got around to it. But actually I haven't been listening to that much new stuff. I feel like I've been listening to a bunch of old stuff. But I'm trying to catch up on new music, honestly. I've been playing like the few days I've been playing like Travis and like some Future songs and stuff like that. But yeah, and that ain't even really like the music that I listen to. Well, at least not Future a lot, but I listen to a lot of Travis. But yeah, I just been playing like a bunch of old stuff and yeah, just old music. But no, I'm trying to actually catch up on new music, and Rod Wave is one of the people.
Yeah, like I recommend that album, bro. That was good. Like I was like, bro, he literally sat there and just started singing about every problem. I'm like, I can live this. Like, this is what I'm going through right now. Like, man, I said, I don't know how you doing it over there, but hey, I know what you feeling like now.
Yeah.
Okay, it's crazy, bro.
He definitely has that melodic shit on lock. Him and Dirk especially, like they both have that like melodic street, you know what I'm saying, street shit on lock. But yeah, I definitely fuck with Rod Wave. But y'all ain't mention my man Benny the Butcher.
No,
The
we
new
was
Benny
getting
album.
there.
Oh,
We was getting there,
man.
bro. We was getting there.
Actually, I have not listened to the Benny album yet.
Oh,
That's,
man.
I'm behind. I'm behind. I'm not gonna even lie.
We-
I am behind. And I saw that that he had an album, and I was just like, why? I don't even know why. It's like I thought about it and I forgot. It's like I got distracted or something. But no, probably as soon as this episode go off, I'm probably gonna go listen to it. Because honestly, Benny has probably been the best like MC these last couple years. So
Man,
like him, the whole Griselda movement and like Freddie Gibbs, like and like them are the guys right now.
And like I said, when I think I realized, I was like, wait, Benny dropped something yesterday, didn't he? I went back and I saw. I said, oh hell yeah, I'm on night shift doing my job. I'm sitting there listening. I said, bruh, every time Benny drops music, he never disappoints. Like everything he just drops has just never been a disappointment. Like it's hard for rappers to be that consistent and just keep it going. And then I'm like, yeah, I said Benny just out here doing his job, bro. That's talent right there.
He dropped. I think what it is like he's dropping music so fast that I'm almost like, wait, he dropped the album.
It's an EP because it's the second part of his Plugs I Met project that came out in 2019. Which this one is dope, and I like that he got with Harry Fraud because Harry Fraud is I like his style of production, but. That first Plugs I Met, man, that shit has some classic shit on it, yo.
Yeah, he dropped music so quick, bro. I'll be like, wait, did he drop an album or an EP? Or I was like, did he just drop something else? It's like, man, he been dropping music so fast. Really, the whole Griselda, they just be dropping music like, and it's good every time.
Because I think every time. Conway drop? No, he dropped like something like a.
He dropped a mixtape at the beginning of the year. It was the second part to one of the mixtapes that he dropped last year because Conway dropped 3 projects last year. He dropped the one with the Alchemist. Yeah, the one with the Alchemist. He dropped the one, I think it came out on Shady, if I'm not mistaken. And then he dropped another one with Big Ghost LTD. He produced that whole project, and then. Westside Gunn dropped 3 albums last year.
That's what I'm saying. Like they dropped so much music that sometimes I'll be like, wait, did they drop I was like, wait, did they just drop another album? And so sometimes I have to catch up and be like, wait, I didn't realize he just dropped another album. Or maybe I'll see that he dropped it and then I'll forget and then I don't know what'll be going on. It's like they drop music so quick. I'll be like, what? Man. I just have to catch up. It's crazy.
No, my man Benny, he's definitely next up on being one of our. I think he has the potential to be one of our big rappers. You know how we look at Cole, Kendrick, and Drake.
I feel like he's already there lyrically. Like
oh yeah, he's definitely there.
Yeah. He's but that recognition is about to come. I feel like it's
because he has 2 Chainz on this project. He has Fat Joe, French Montana, Jim Jones. He got a verse from.
Yo, he got some veterans. He got some good ones.
He got a verse from Chinks. I wonder how the fuck or where he went to get that. Rest in peace to Chinks, man. He's not even alive anymore, but I wonder where the fuck he went to get that. That's crazy.
He got them connects. He got them connects, man.
Yeah, man. Benny dropped his shit. Plugs I Met too. I've definitely been running that Pharaoh Monch every day.
Oh man.
Every fucking day.
Look, they need to talk about him.
Y'all know
they need to talk about Pharaoh Monch more, cause bruh.
Y'all know how I feel about the God Pharaoh Monch. That I'm still trying to wrap my head. This man is 48 years old, rapping. Oh my God, I don't understand.
Like I remember because Timothy told me like he probably dropped the best thing already in 2021. It ain't even the full year, it ain't over yet. And I went and listened to it. I said, this man is going crazy right now in the booth. I said,
he is insane,
what
bro.
the hell?
He is insane.
Yeah.
It like people like Pharoah Monch and people from Wu-Tang, they just like when they rap at such a high level at that age, being 50 or like 48 or early 50s, I'll be like, this is ridiculous. How are you rapping like this?
Like it just lets you know that there is still hip hop out there. Like it's just not gone completely. Like we still got folks from back in the day still throwing it down. And hey, that's what I'm here for, man. I like this new generation. It's cool and all, but you always catch me listen to some old stuff, man. Like back in the 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, man. It don't matter. I'm still gonna go back to it.
Yes, sir. You can't, you know what? Like, yeah, good music. Just it stands the test of time. It ain't gonna ever go. Like, and I've played music. And people like that's old. I'm like, when was it a thing for music to be like dated?
Exactly.
I was like, what was it at the time?
If you actually think about it, this is how, like when I used to listen to my mom's old stuff, she'd be like, this was the stuff when I was a kid. And I'm like, how y'all listen to this? Now I'm starting to feel what they're coming from because now we got folks growing up and we'll play something. We like, man, don't nobody listen to him no more. I said, but I do. I mean, I'm going to continue to listen to him. What you mean? So
yeah, exactly.
It's like we're trying to keep, we're going to keep it alive because it's something that we grew up to. And it's gonna always stay in our playlist whether we go anywhere or not. Like,
exactly.
Like me and my friend, we had like a little debate about like, would you ride around the car playing this out loud? I'm like, yes. I mean, this is my mood right now. I'm gonna play this. If y'all hear it, I mean, it's on y'all. Like, but this is my mood right now. Like, it don't matter what I'm doing.
I play what I feel.
Exactly.
Yeah. You play what you feel, and good music is timeless. I say it all the time. It's timeless. I feel like a lot of the artists that we listen to, they don't go into the booth or in the studio and make bullshit. Nas just doesn't make bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z just doesn't make bullshit. They make timeless music. And I don't think there's anything wrong with I'm gonna be listening to Pimp a Butterfly in 2035.
Exactly.
That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me.
So
that's definitely gonna be me.
But no, I was gonna say in the last episode, because we were talking about timeless music. You remember in the last episode when I was like, only real shit's gonna last. All of that shit here today and gone tomorrow.
That will forever be. That right there will forever be funny.
Timothy, that's crazy you said it because you don't even like that damn song, man. That was one of my favorite songs off that album.
No, I like the song. I like the song. I just think Jay-Z's verse was trash.
I didn't care for Jay-Z's verse.
I don't remember his verse just being trash though.
It was mediocre. It was.
I think.
You mean just going off of how Jay-Z usually kill verses?
Because let's think about it. When Jay usually spazzes when he has a certain person on the song, why does he not spaz whenever he has Drake on the song? If you think about what was the record on
Pound Cake?
It was Pound Cake, and then Talk Up on Scorpion. Jay-Z's verse was kind of I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was just kind of like
oh yeah, right. Yeah, his verse on Scorpion on the Scorpion album was
it was kind of the only verse that was like decent and good was the Light Up verse on Thank Me Later.
That was a good
that verse was hard, but you're not gonna sit here and tell me a nigga saying cake 10 times is a hard verse. I'm sorry, I love it.
But no, I'm talking about him actually like rapping on it. I don't feel like it was just like terrible.
I think the only part that I like was when he did the little scheme when he said, what did he say? He said, Dame made millions, Beans made. I
love that part. I love that part.
Norm made millions. Oh, he said Beans will tell you if he wasn't in his feelings. That was when him and Beanie said.
Beans will tell you if he wasn't. Yo, that was hard. That's what I'm saying. That wasn't just a completely bad verse. I don't think. Yeah. It was solid. It was at least solid.
It was kind of. I guess where it got the point where Timothy fell off of Timothy because when he said, "See, I never let you round cake" or something about clown cake.
Yeah.
Pop, there goes
I got a clown cake, and then he hit the little pop thing. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Nah, I mean, you can't do that after what Drake did, because Drake said some shit. He had the line where he was like, with the ink I can murder word to my nigga Irv. That shit was hard.
Like, goddamn.
Yeah,
that shit was hard. That shit was
Drake.
hard.
Drake was flowing on that. That part is the best part to me. That tables turn, bridges burn, you live and learn. I was
Table turn.
I was like, this rapping thing is becoming easy to this nigga now. Like,
yeah, man. Tables turn. You're right. Yeah, tables turn, bridges burn, you live and you learn. With the ink I can murder word to my nigga. That shit is hard.
That's hard.
What the fuck? That shit is hard.
That's hard. Yeah, he was spazzing on there, man.
So so I guess what I'm saying is come on, Jay, like you can't let Drake do that, and then because like if we were talking about the What's Free verse on here a couple of episodes. We know what Jay is capable of doing, so it's just like, why does Jay always give Drake the mediocre verses? Why does he do that?
I don't know. He don't do that with Pusha T, like the Drug Dealers Anonymous, man.
Exactly.
Woo, that verse is immaculate.
I think my headphones got caught on fire after I heard that song, bro. I was like, what?
But then again, does it make you think like? Do you think Jay-Z view Drake in a certain way that he doesn't feel like he has to give a good verse? Because I don't know why. Like when he was rapping with Pusha T, he was on some like lyricist type stuff. I don't know what that was.
I think what it is like different people bring different things out of you. And I think with the era that Pusha T comes from, Jay might relate to that a little bit more. And he might relate to Meek a little bit more because Meek is from Philly. He's from the East Coast. Meek grew up on Beanie Sigel, State Property, people like that. So I think maybe, I don't want to say that he looks down on Drake, but I just think that maybe him and Drake just don't. Drake doesn't inspire him to the point to where I'm like, he gets in there and I'm like, man, I need to spaz on this shit. Like I really need to, which is weird. It's weird because Drake be spazzing. So I don't know. I don't know what
the thing that's tripping me out, because I'll be like, Drake be actually going off.
Like, now, was that around the time where like Drake and Jay-Z's friendship was kind of shaky at the time? Or was that like, were they like already like they were good friends? Like, if I'm gonna put you on this song, man, I'm expecting like a great Jay-Z verse. But like I said, Jay-Z didn't give his best on that verse. So it's like, was that like around the time when Drake and Jay-Z were having like a little shaky partnership?
Yeah, it seemed like I remember hearing about that. I don't know if was that around that time. And he
because when what's the record with Jay Electronica? Sorry, Mrs. Drizzy, for so much art talk, silly me. That shit was 2013, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
2013. So nothing was the same with 2013. But it's funny because I feel like Jay and Drake, it's always been like a competition thing with them. Like it's never been like, oh, I don't fuck with you, or we don't fuck with each other.
Yeah.
It's always been a competition thing. So to me, it's kind of, I love Jay, but it's kind of lame that he does that to Drake, because I feel like if we could get Drake and Jay on a song together and those two are just barring, that would probably be like one of the best records in a long time. Like, and I mean, right now, and you have to understand, like, Drake is the only person that can do what Jay does as far as like being braggadocious, and he can get to that level now because this is not So Far Gone Drake. This is $100-200 million in net worth Drake. I done took your girlfriend. Y'all seen that story about DJ Drama?
Oh my God, yes, bro.
Bam. Drake is the greatest slick talk motherfucker ever. Like, this guy is great. This guy is great. Like, he released and I don't even like the song, but that song For Free, that DJ Khaled record. I remember that song, Free. He has a
You don't like that song? You don't like it?
Nah, not really.
I don't know why I like that song. Like, especially if you like in a club setting, that song hit.
Nah, I'm gonna pass on that one. But he has because DJ Drama just recently did an interview with Drink Champs, And apparently, because you know DJ Drama, he played a part in the reference track coming out whenever Meek Distant for the Ghost Riding and all of that. So they pulled up the lyrics to that song for free. And Drake has a part in there where he was like, what did he say? He said, I just had drama, girl. I don't need none in my life right now. He fucked DJ Drama's wife. He fucked DJ Drama's wife,
bro. Drake had to see me, bro.
Oh yeah, Drake.
Damn.
Drake
He might not live
everybody,
no
bro.
Sorry,
Ain't no goddamn way, bro.
You can't.
He's really being the Mr. Steal Your Girl type right now, like with all this going on, because he's on everybody's wife lately, bro. Like I'm starting to get to the fact like that when he dropped that song Kiki, is he just name dropping everybody's wife that he touched? Like, come on, man. Like, bro, y'all just gotta know I'm smashing y'all's wife, bro. Like, damn.
And then
I'm smashing y'all's wife.
Yeah, man. And then I was listening to 4 p.m. in Calabasas the other day, which that to me is one of his greatest like timestamp records. You know, he has the 5 p.m. in Toronto and 9 a.m. in Dallas.
I like those songs that he do. That's when we start to get the introspective Drake.
Yeah, he had a line in that record that hurt my soul about Joe Budden, and he had a line in Western Road Flows when because I don't know if y'all know about that situation with the girl that was messing with Meek Mill at the time, but in 4 p.m. Calabasas, he had a line in there where he was like, your girl begging me to come hang out with me or something like that, and you texting me asking me where she at, like I'm finna tell you where she been at. He was talking about Tahiri. Joe Budden and Tahiri used to be. He was talking about Tahiri because he fucked Tahiri, and of course Joe Budden got mad at that. And then in Western Road Flows, he had a line to Meek Mill where I was just like, oh my God, like this guy is the devil. This guy is the devil. He said, what did he say? He said, God damn, I'm gonna have to remember this line. It was what did he say? How quick they are to show them they bachelor apartments. I leave it to niggas like you to show them light in the darkness or some shit like that. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Bro.
That's why I keep Western Road Flows like my top 5 Drake songs. Like he just went off. Like it was like God took over and just said, hey, I got you on this one, bro. I got you on this one. They finna hear you.
God took over.
And like I said, it is funny because he said what that new song he dropped. He said, if you kill me, that's a waste of talent that God made. I said, oh my God. I said, yeah, you starting to get out there now, bro. You starting to get out there.
I'm telling you, he on his Jay-Z braggadocious rap, bro.
He started to get out there, man.
Yeah, man. And even on that Lemon Pepper record, he had a line in there where he said, imagine if I was still rapping like I was broke. I mean, he's not broke Drake no more. Like he's not broke Drake anymore. So,
bro,
yeah, man,
it's crazy because like, remember Timothy with me when we were growing up. That's when we had his first little album, and he was talking about how hard it is being famous, how he's adjusting to it. Now he's talking to the point to where it's like, okay, I'm famous, bro. I can do whatever you want me to do. I can do what you want me to do. I can get on your song and make it famous. I can get on anybody's shit and I can just make it famous. Like it's to that point. Like now he's showing that, hey, I'm right now I'm the god of rap, so I'm here. Like,
yeah, man.
I'm not. I'm trying to make it famous no more. I am famous. I am rap. Like, let's do this. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy.
Drake be making other people's songs bigger. Like what was the one dude, the brand new whip got no keys? Like I didn't even know who that was until Drake was like featuring on there.
That's Lil Baby.
That's Lil Baby.
Wait, was that Baby? Wait, was that Baby?
Yeah.
Lil Baby?
Yeah, yes indeed.
Oh no, not that song. Not that song because I did know about it.
Let's be real.
It was the one song he was just like life is amazing. It is how it should be. That song.
Yeah, that's Lil Baby too. I think that's.
Yeah. That Lil Baby too.
Yeah, I think that's
okay. Yeah. So that was Lil Baby then. So yeah, I didn't know about Lil Baby until I heard Drake feature on the song, and so that's crazy.
Yeah.
And but now Lil Baby though, his lane is getting big, bro. Like Lil Baby is that guy. man, that's so crazy. Because at that time, I didn't even like know who Lil Baby was, but Drake was on those songs, and that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, man. Salute to the man Drake. We still gonna be discussing Drake because we about to get into these albums that's about to turn 10 years old.
Yes,
This
sir.
but yeah, since we're on Drake, let's start with Take Care. Where
Yeah.
where were you guys at when this album came out? I have to know.
Well, you should already know. I was staying in Texas. Man, like the first time I heard it, you bought it and you were playing it out loud. We was about to go somewhere, and you was playing it out loud, and I was like, "What?" I said, "It's Drake." He said, "Yeah." And then I think the first song was "Over My Dead Body," and then I was like,
Oh,
"Oh
that's
my
a
god,
cold start.
bruh!" I said,
Like we
"Oh
always
my
say, he
god."
always start his albums hard. He
Yes.
always start his album.
Starts them and ends them. Perfect.
Yes.
Because I knew he was coming out with something because he already dropped was it Headlines? He dropped
Yeah,
that
yeah,
his
yeah,
first single, and I was like, okay, that guy said Drake sound like he's finna drop some. And then I was hanging with Timothy for the summer, and he got the Take Care album. And I heard Over My Dead Body. I said, dude, I said, I'm gonna hear this shit. We were just like I said, we were just bumping it every day, man. It was crazy. Like I was like, if this is a Drake that everybody wants, then I can like, cause I didn't think Drake would. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think Drake was gonna get this big. And
Bruh.
then now it's like her at the Take Care. Okay, that was what championship ring number 2 right there. And then he started dropping more stuff, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna take over hip hop. Like Lil Wayne got lucky when he picked this guy up, bro.
Telling you, that's his best investment. Drake and Nicki. Just like 50 Cent is Eminem's best, 50 Cent is Eminem's best investment. Drake is Wayne's best investment. He's still going. And Kanye was Jay-Z's best investment. Kanye and Rihanna. Those are his best investments. And no, where was I at? I think I was at home. And I think first I looked at the track list. I think I was just looking online or something. And I think I looked at the track list. So right off rip, I was just like, okay, I see Lil Wayne in here. I saw Andre 3000 in there. I was like, yep, definitely that song. I was just like, I saw Andre. I was like, yep, definitely listen to that one. And then because I think I heard Headlines, and I think it was the thing where the Marvin's Room was already out. I think.
Oh God, don't even get me.
Boy, Timothy did not like that song.
Versions of Marvin's Room. And then I heard Drake's. I was like, okay, this is cool. But it was so many Marvin's. I was like, how many people about to do a Marvin's Room?
It was Chris Brown.
It was like a Tiana Taylor one. I think it was a Justin Bieber one. I think it was I can't even remember everybody that had. I think Sammy had one.
Yeah,
it was just
Sammy had one.
It was like so many people that had a Marvin's Room song. So I heard Headlines and I heard Marvin's Room, and then all of these different people had Marvin's Room, but I didn't know the Marvin's Room song was going to be on the album. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, oh, okay. But no, I heard Headlines, and I was just like, okay, I like this. And then but when I heard the album, I think I was at home. And I think as soon as it came out, I think the next day, people was at school talking about it. Like, have you listened to it? And they was like, what songs do you like already? I was like, Jesus. I was like, wait. I had to think about it for a second. And I think I was saying I like The Real Her. And then wait, what was the joint with? I think with Ross on it.
Oh my God, Lord knows.
Lord knows, boy. Lord knows. My favorite song on the album.
I was like, that song hard.
That's a top 3 Drake record of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the thing was, I think it was when I heard The Real Her. That's the crazy part. You know, Drake wasn't rapping; he was just singing on there. And I just remember I didn't like Wayne verse. Drake's part was cool, but I was just waiting on 3 Stacks of verse. And when I heard that verse, I was like, yeah, bro, this is one of the. I was like, okay, this song is just legendary just off of 3 Stacks alone. This is crazy.
He's appreciating you back there on your wall. He's thanking you.
Yes, sir.
Look at him.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I heard him on there. I was like, okay, this is crazy. And I think that was around the time they were still talking about they wanted a Andre 3000 album, and he was talking about how he get inspired by Wayne and Drake and all of that stuff. And I was like, yeah, this album is probably gonna be a top rap album of the year. So yeah, Take Care was. I think that's Drake's classic. That's his classic.
That
we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Toronto actually got their like Take Care got its own like little day in Toronto. I think it got like last year because the album was so like it was so good and like they just gave it kind of like its own little thing in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. I didn't even know that. That's dope. So I'm not gonna lie.
Where were you at?
That's what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm the controversy guy here.
Like I just remember working with Tim, and I would talk about how I thought Drake was dope, and he was like, nah. Everything dealing with Drake, he would just be like, nah.
So I've always been a fan of Drake, but I've had some criticisms of him. I've been known to have a lot of criticisms of him. You know, I remember when Thank Me Later first came out. Me and Chris lined up at Target just to get it, like just to buy the album, and we listened to it all summer that year in 2010. And then Dark Twisted Fantasy came out, and then after that album was dead.
Yeah, when that album came out, Drake and everybody else just
so after that album was dead. But Take Care, however, I remember hearing Marvin's Room for the first time, and I was like, nah.
That nigga.
I'm not rocking. I don't like this. This is the ultimate player anthem. I can't imagine somebody calling Raquel and being like, "Fuck Tim, come with me." Like I can't imagine that. So I heard that and I was like, "Nah, I'm not rocking." And then,
it wasn't pitching it for you.
Yeah, it wasn't doing it. And then I heard Headlines, and I was like, okay, this is not bad. I remember playing that song for the first time, and I was like, I like this. This is dope. Mm-hmm. And then the video came out, and I was like,
all I can remember is them damn Nike gloves he had on.
God damn it, Drake! It's just like every time you go up, you go back down. So I saw the video, and I saw the Nike gloves, and he had the happy goons behind him, all his friends with a smile on their face. I'm just like.
Not the happy goons.
He had happy goons. No disrespect to Chubbs. I don't want no problems.
Oh man.
They all had smiles on their faces. They looked like a bunch of Care Bears. And I was just like, nah, this ain't it.
Oh my God.
This ain't it. But
we know Drake has not had great videos, especially with what was that song, Best I Ever Had?
Oh my God.
Like, bruh.
Actually, I'm just thinking about it. You know how certain artists you like watching their videos. I'm just thinking about it. His visuals are
garbage.
But he got some good decent videos. But I'm just not thinking about it. Like when you hear the song, it don't go the way you imagine on video.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of crazy.
So after my reaction with those two records, I was just kind of like, I don't know how this album is gonna be. I don't know how it's gonna sound. But then it came out, and I remember this was during our senior year of high school, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing it. I don't think I heard the full album until I was like at school in class. Like I think I remember playing it when I was like in class, and I just remember being blown away. And I was like, how do you give us Marvin's Room and Headlines? And let me go on record and just say I like Marvin's Room now. When I heard it at first, I was like, nah. But it's
I actually like Marvin's Room also too.
Yeah, it's a good song now in hindsight. But I just remember being in class and being like, yeah, like this guy is here to stay. Like he's not going anywhere. Like you said, the opener, Over My Dead Body, when I first heard that, I was like, holy shit, this is great. Shot for Me, incredible.
Yeah.
Like the track list, let me pull up the track list of this album because the track list.
Yeah, I look, you want to pull it up again too.
Yeah, when you pull up the track list of this, Shot for Me.
That's what I said. I remember looking at it, and that was the first thing I did was look at the track list before I even played it.
Yeah, man. Shot for Me, amazing. Headlines, dope. Crew Love, classic. Take Care with Rihanna, amazing. Marvin's Room, dope. The shit with Kendrick, the interlude with
I
Kendrick.
forgot Kendrick was on that album.
Yo,
like
that's
a lot of
that's a
people
classic.
a lot of people like forget about that little song, right? I was like, yeah, Kendrick on there. It's like, what? I said, yeah.
But
he
see,
had
he's
Kendrick
not.
on
They
there.
don't have it. It doesn't. I guess it don't credit him on the song or whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it does.
See, that's the thing. People, I wish I would have known who Kendrick was. I don't think I knew who Kendrick really was till like late 2011,
Yeah,
somewhere around there. But I didn't know he was on that album until like later on.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that was him either on there. But yeah, that's a classic interlude. Underground Kings, amazing record. We'll Be Fine, dope record. Make Me Proud, Nicki Minaj, dope. Lord Knows, classic. Cameras, dope. Doing It Wrong, classic. The Real Her, dope. Look What You've Done.
Bruh, he was killing this, bro.
God status on that. Look What You Done, bro. I was playing "Look What You Done" out loud, and a girl walked up to me and said, "What is that song?" I said, "Look What You Done." Look What You Done by Drake. She's like, I've been trying to find that song forever. I said, it's probably the greatest song on that damn album, man. Look, hands down.
Bruh, he outdid himself on this project. I'm
Hell
literally
yeah.
going down the track list again because I haven't looked at it in a while. Bruh.
Hell yeah, fucking right. Dope.
Oh man, everybody was just used to say that, bro. If he would just say that as a regular saying.
Look, everybody always kept repeating that Lil Wayne verse, "Love is in the air." So I get what's that? Love in the air. So I hold my breath till my face turn purple or something like that.
Yeah.
That's all I heard around. I was like, what does that even mean? And I heard that song. I said, oh, that's where y'all got that from.
Yeah, that flow on that song was crazy. Practice was probably the only song that I didn't really care for on that album. And then
had that sample on there.
Yeah, you look good. No, that's funny.
And then the Ride, classic.
Man.
I'm telling you, this album was just
the motto.
See, it's in that's what I'm saying. This was a great body of work. Now I think about it, like, man.
So let's get to the real conversation here. Let's cut the bullshit. Let's get to the real conversation.
All of that other
all that other bullshit here today. Going tomorrow.
Oh man.
So back to you saying that this album is a classic, because there's been a discrepancy with this project, because as we've heard the rumors, there would be no Take Care album if it wasn't for The Weeknd. So how much credit?
Whoa, what?
Yeah,
I haven't heard that.
Really? Okay, well let me
I have not. Please inform me.
Yeah, let me run this down. So The Weeknd, because you remember OVO XO, right? There were OVO XO. Right around the time when this album dropped, The Weeknd was in talks with signing a deal with OVO, but it did not.
I did hear that. I did hear that,
but it did not happen. It did not happen because The Weeknd pretty much saw that he was going to be a star. He knew that he was going to be a big artist, and he didn't want to be under Drake. So that's what led them to their beef, because The Weeknd and Drake were beefing for a while. Like, they were beefing for a long time. So a lot of people kind of give a lot of credit to The Weeknd, because a lot of the music that's on this album sounds The Weeknd-esque. Crew Love, The Ride, Doing It Wrong.
Even the way the beats sound, like kind of like that real, like
right,
kind of grimy, dark sound.
Yeah. So the conversation for a long time has been, would Take Care be as great as it is if The Weeknd wasn't in the picture? And of course, Drake has been accused a lot of signing artists and sort of
taking.
I don't want to say stealing their music, but taking the records for himself, so to speak, and kind of leaving his artists just like, hanging out to dry. And rumors have it that The Weeknd noticed this and was like, no, like I'm not about to sign to you. Like, I'm not about to give up my amazing sound and what I can bring to the table and be in your shadow. And that is ultimately what led them to their beef. So I think that Take Care is a classic, but should we take into consideration that it wouldn't be as great as an album as it is if there was no Weeknd in the picture?
I mean, you might have a point. It might not sound as great as it was, because I feel like sometimes certain people is what makes something so great, even though that almost seems like you stole like his whole identity and just put it in rap form almost.
Yeah.
That's kind of that's kind of intense. But
Now,
yeah, it might not be as great because them beats are hard, and it's like the way he's rhyming over them. It's like if he stole like a certain style or something from him, it might not be what it is today. It might not even sound the way it sounds right now. It might have a whole nother type of sound.
I put it like this: if it's all true, he did a hell of a good job of taking it without like people noticing that shit. Like he let that shit ride, like it rode for a good ass minute. And like I said, if it ever comes out to like if he did like stole his stuff, then like is it gonna hurt Drake now? Because we're going on 2021 and Drake is still dropping good music. He don't have Weeknd on his team no more. He can get them on
like
a song,
people don't
but
care.
he don't like said that's it, right? Like you said, people is not gonna care no more.
Yeah, it's Drake. I think
it's Drake now.
Because it's Drake, people not gonna care, and they're gonna be like, "That's still a great album. It's still a classic." It's like when it comes to Drake, people don't really care. I mean, of course, we're fans of Drake, but I think at the same time, we respect like nothing against Drake, but I'm saying we respect those people that didn't really steal stuff. Just they're writing all their ideas, they creating it in a different type of way. Not saying that Drake is not, but I'm saying, but if that is true, then that's kind of like it's like I think it makes certain artists question Drake's artistry, but for the people that are people that are just like fanatics, like for Drake, it's like it's Drake. They don't care. It's like he's gonna give us good music. I don't care if he got a ghostwriter or not, and whatever. So it's Drake.
Yeah, and for me, I think that was because when you were saying that, when we worked at Target, when you first kind of met me, I had a lot of criticism of Drake. I think that was one of the main things. Like there were a lot of things that Drake did in the beginning of his career where I was just like, I can't rock with this. Whether it be his close attachment with Houston. You remember he had the whole Houston thing going on, and then after
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, he had a thing for them, like those three cities.
Yeah, and then after he rode that wave, he just kind of let that go, and then moved on. And then the Weeknd would Take Care. He let that go, move on. Nothing was the same. He had the whole Wu-Tang thing going through the whole Wu-Tang theme going through the whole album. There was just a lot of things that he did in the beginning of his career where I was just like, if another artist did this, it wouldn't be okay. But like you guys said, if it's Drake, so nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, so, they're okay with certain things that he does because it's Drake, because people are such Drake fanatics. Now, I'm a Drake fan, but I ain't a fanatic. Like I'm not a I'm not crazy about Drake the way other people are with his music. I'm a fan, but I'm just like, that's good, that's fire, that's dope. Okay. Like, but I'm not the way I am with like Andre or with like old Kanye. I'm bigger on that than Drake.
Yeah, man. No, I feel you. Yeah, I think that Take Care is a classic, and I was just curious because I don't know if Take Care, because you know how we've talked about before where the culture will view an album as a classic, like the culture views Illmatic and Reasonable Doubt and Blueprint One as classics. Does the culture view Take Care as a classic?
I feel like they do, though. If
I feel like it's 50-50. I feel like some do.
Actually, that's what I was about to say. I feel like it's half and half.
Yeah.
Really.
I know a lot of people who think that Drake has no classics, like at all.
Yeah.
Not counting So Far Gone, but So Far Gone is 100% a classic.
That's a classic, but that's a mixtape.
That's a mixtape. That's a mixtape. So we're not counting that. They think
so. What is? Yeah, that's all I'm about to say. How does the culture feel about mixtape classics?
Yeah, I mean, I think the culture recognizes when a mixtape is a classic, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really count.
Yeah, it's like it's not an album.
Yeah, it's not an album. However, that's actually another conversation within itself because I think that Drake's So Far Gone project. I'm gonna save that for another conversation. I'm gonna say because it's gonna bring up a whole nother hour worth of conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think that's his best project. Honestly, I'm gonna just say that's to me. So Far Gone is the best thing I've heard from Drake ever.
Yes, like
As it just in totality for me.
every time he drops something, I always compare it to like, is it gonna be better than Take Care? Like, if it's not gonna be better than Take Care, then I'm not expecting anything from Drake no more. Like, my expectation is still kind of on Take Care, but you're still gonna drop some good music. I already know your next album is gonna be good. It might not. It's gonna be
this next album might be.
Like I said, it's not gonna be Take Care great, but I'm gonna give it a shot and listen to it. If it's good, I'm gonna listen to it over and over. That's just me. But I guarantee you, Take Care is gonna get played. I'm pretty sure if you look on my phone, Take Care probably got played like over 1,000 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I regard that album as a classic. So 10 years on Take Care. Salute to the Sixth God. Sixth God not going anywhere. What else dropped in 2011? Watch the Throne.
Watch the Throne.
Hey, Watch the Throne, boy.
I'm mad to this day that I did not go see them live together.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say about.
I'm mad. I'm mad at myself. I knew people that I was cool with, and that I like. It's just people that I knew, like in high school. It's just other people that I knew. They went to that show, and I'm like, I'm mad at myself. How did I miss that? It was so. Oh my god, that time was crazy.
Yeah, man.
That was crazy time.
So it's funny because is Watch the Throne a classic album? Because I've never heard anyone say Watch the Throne is a classic. Like I've never heard that leave anyone's mouth before.
Let's put it like this. If people that don't say it is because they don't like Jay-Z or Kanye. That is the reason why they say it's not a classic. Because if that's not a classic, you put two of the greatest rappers, they locked themselves up in a room and made an album and came out with it. And it sounds like it's something that we wanted for a long time since, the young Kanye and the Jay-Z days. And they finally did it. If it's not considered a classic, I feel like I think it's crazy people don't consider that a classic because you put two of the greatest rappers on one album by themselves. Like, come on now. They don't have like two people on I wouldn't consider a feature, but you had like just Frank Ocean and I forgot they Swiss Beats, but they didn't have like a big part in it. But when those two just dropped that album, it's like this is what greatness is right here. Like you put these two together, nobody's bothering them, and they're just in the booth laying down what they do.
You know what? I don't know because I don't think I've heard people say it's a classic. I think people were hyped about it, and then when it happened, I feel like it was low-key more hype than classic. Like, I think it was hype around the project, but I think the Niggas in Paris song became a classic song.
Yeah.
And then like the oldest song I think there were classic songs on the album, but I don't know if in totality they said that was a classic.
So here,
I think there might have been hype built around the album. Even though I love the album, I'll play that album forever.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if the culture saw it as a classic. I think it was just the culture hyped the album up, but I don't know if they ever stamped it. The culture. I don't know if the culture ever just stamped it as a classic. Because I know some people, they say they thought that album was lyrically weak.
Man.
That was what I was gonna mention. So yeah, I do agree with you. I don't think the culture views the album as a classic, and I don't even know if I would say it's a classic because of the fact that there were some lackluster Kanye performances on the album. And don't get me wrong, I do love the album. I love the album. I love the production. It sounds like to me like when you play the album, it's just like it's a movie. Like it's an epic
That's how I feel. I feel like I'm going through I feel like it's an experience that you're like. I feel like you kind of almost time traveling or something, or going through something. It's dope.
It's an epic album. Like the presentation is huge. But yeah, I'm kind of with. I don't think it was bad lyrically. I think that Jay had some pretty high moments on the project. But
he definitely outshined Kanye lyrically.
Oh yeah, he outshined Kanye the whole entire.
Now there were some songs where I was just like, okay, Kanye's kind of keeping up with Jay lyrically. Some songs, but most of the time, Jay was handing Kanye them L's.
100%.
He was taking W's on most of those songs, Jay-Z.
I think what it is, this was the first time that we got a collab album from two of our
top rappers.
Yeah, two of our top rappers. So I do agree with what you say whenever you speak in regards to the album being hyped. I do think that it was really, really hyped.
Like everybody was talking about it when it came. All right, Take Care and Watch the Throne, and they talked about Watch the Throne so much in high school. Yeah. Everybody when it came out, and when Niggas in Paris came, that was an anthem. Niggas in Paris was literally everywhere.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of classic moments on the album. I'm gonna pull up the track list. So we got No Church in the Wild. Dope.
No Church in the Wild. Yeah, that's my song.
That's dope. That's a dope record. Lift Off.
Yeah, that song actually kind of you know what's so funny? Lift Off, I don't think I really like Kanye's part on that song. Because honestly, it seemed like the most memorable parts is really the Beyonce. I'm gonna take it to the moon. Like people sing that part, but and then I'm thinking about Kanye's part. It was like
it's funny because every now and then within hip hop, you'll get a song that will come out and somebody will do a remix to it, and you only know it for the remix. And that's what this was. I only played the J. Cole version of that song. I never ever listened to
that. Is hard. I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Lift Off. We're kind of at a miss at song number 2. Niggas in Paris, we already said it's a classic.
That's a classic.
Otis
is a classic to me. I like Otis.
No, Otis is a classic. Gotta Have It was, yeah. I mean, New Day. New Day is my.
I liked New Day.
No, I love New Day. I love New Day.
I love that.
That's
song.
how I thought. If I didn't know the whole song of that, something had to be wrong with me because Timothy played New Day like it was crazy.
I played that song religiously.
Yeah,
seriously. This was one of the songs on the album. I remember when this album came out. I played New Day religiously.
Yes. Yeah. That's My Bitch was cool.
That's something to put on.
That beat was kind of fire, but the verses was like Kanye was like, It's like Kanye was just trying to kind of rhyme, but he wasn't. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Welcome to the Jungle, I thought was cool.
I like that song.
Who gonna stop
me with my joint?
Yeah, who gonna stop me with
that? Was my joint, bro.
Like when that beat changes and the shit switches, that shit is whoa, God.
What the hell Kanye say? Ixnay of my dictionary. What he say? Oh my God! I was like, okay.
He killed me when he says, "Oh, when pigs fly, bro."
When pigs fly, yo, that song was that song. I played the hell out of that song.
Yeah. Murder to Excellence is one of the greatest songs ever recorded.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic. Made in America is dope. Why I Love You was it was all right.
Yeah.
Illest Motherfucker Alive, great.
I love that song.
Ham
was my joint.
Yeah,
the version. I don't know if y'all ever heard the remix with Busta Rhymes. Oh my God.
Oh, shit, I don't know if I ever heard that shit.
I didn't know he had a remix.
There was a remix of Ham with Busta Rhymes on it.
I'm gonna have to.
Y'all gotta go back and oh my God, it's Ham, but it's like featuring Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Oh my God,
definitely got to check that out. It's difficult for me to hear any other version of that record because what Jay did to that song is just, yeah, I don't need to hear anybody else.
It's fire, bro. But when I heard Busta Rhymes like add his, oh my god, it was.
I'm not gonna lie, and that was around the time when like what Lil Wayne was the king right now, and he said that about Wayne. I said, "Oh my god, bro."
Yeah.
You ain't even got my ladies, buddy. You got baby money. You ain't even got my lady money. I was like, oh my god. I said, y'all sure y'all want to go against this man?
Yeah.
I was like, are y'all sure y'all want to do this?
Prime Time, dope, and The Joy, dope.
Mm-hmm.
The Joy? Is that the one when he was talking about like something about being a parent in the hood or something like that?
Yeah, never be a Planned Parenthood or some shit like that. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there were a couple of dull moments on the album.
I'm gonna still play it though. I'm gonna play it 20 years from now.
Yeah. It's still a dope project. And I think
it's still albums that are not considered classics that I'm still gonna play.
Oh yeah, dope. Yeah, 100%. I definitely feel that way about the project, and it was a really big album. I mean, it sold a lot, and I think Niggas in Paris didn't that just go diamond or some shit. I think
so. And then plus, even if it wasn't a classic, the impact of it as far as shows when they went on tour together, Jay-Z and Kanye on tour together.
I really want to go to that.
That right there is just insane in itself.
Yeah, they said that it was one of the greatest concerts ever, and they had nights where they literally performed Niggas in Paris like 13 times. Like,
bruh,
what the fuck,
bruh?
What the fuck?
That's crazy,
bruh. I remember I really wanted to go to that concert too. I said I know it's probably high as hell just to get a ticket for it. Like, man.
If I could rewind time, I would go back and go to that show. Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I didn't go. To this day, I'm just like, I don't know why I didn't go to that concert. Like, I have no.
That's a regret right there. That's the regrets in life. That's one of them.
Not going to a Jay-Z and Kanye concert.
Oh, that one, and then a couple other. Like,
I think the reason why it's a regret is because we're never going to be able to see that ever again. Because Kanye and Jay they're never going to go on tour together again. So it's just
that's not happening.
And Kanye is not performing any more secular music, so
yeah, that's not happening either. So yeah, that time was a different time, and yeah, man, we will never see that again. Man, I wish if we had a time machine, I would just go back and I would figure out a way to get money to go to that show. I don't know how I would do it, but man, I would figure out something because that was literally one of the shows or one of the concerts I just wanted to go to really bad.
Yeah, man. But yeah, dope project. Happy 10-year anniversary to Watch the Throne. What else we got? Section 80. Section 80 came out 2011.
Section 80. Yep, Section 80.
Yep.
One of my favorite projects that came out in 2011. Because I still to this day can turn on Section 80 and just, oh man, such a.
I hate the fact because I tried to download on my phone, but they took away my favorite song on the album, and it was a Spiteful Chant. I kind of hate they took it off. Like, why did y'all take that off? Like, I was mad.
I'm wondering if maybe it had something to do with the sample. Maybe I'm thinking. I don't know. That's weird.
That song was crazy, man.
But
actually, I don't see that song listed.
You're right. I'm actually looking right now on Tidal.
Like I'm on Spotify and I don't see it.
Like the only way you can listen to it now, I think it's like on YouTube, and that's like really the only way I know where you can find it. And I was like, why did they take that song off?
It's probably because of the sample. I bet you $1,000 is because of the sample. They probably didn't get that cleared.
Oh man.
Probably. Yeah, that's another thing with music. If the sample doesn't get cleared, they can take certain songs off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But this was what was y'all's introduction to Kendrick Lamar? Like, when was the first time y'all heard Kendrick?
My
Uh,
introduction was I was riding in the car. We were just coming back from North Lake, and you got his Good Kid, Mad City album. Like that was like the official first time I actually heard Kendrick, and I was like, "Bruh," I was like, "Who is this?" He said, "Oh yeah, this Kendrick right here, Kendrick Lamar." I said, "I've been hearing that name, but I haven't just listened to it." And then we listened to Good Kid, Mad City all the way through, and you were telling me about he had another little album that came out a while back. And I went back and listened to it, and I was like, yo, where was I when Kendrick Lamar was, dropping this knowledge like this? So that's like I was in Texas when I got into Kendrick Lamar, and it was thanks to my brother Timothy, that I got into Kendrick Lamar, because I would have probably never heard of him until I came down there with him.
So I heard about Kendrick. I think it was like late 2011, early 2012, somewhere around that time. I just remember hearing his name a lot, but I wasn't listening to him. I had heard people say Kendrick Lamar, but I was on such a Wale, J. Cole, like I had like a J. Cole Wale phase where I was listening to like Friday Night Lights, the warm up, and I was listening to like Mixtape About Nothing and More About Nothing. I was listening to a lot of Wale and Cole and Kanye and stuff like that. So I wasn't really listening to Kendrick like that, because I kind of just had certain people I was already listening to. And then I was hearing people talk about Kendrick, and then eventually, what was I? I think I was at the house. I think one of my sisters, one of her friends was over and was playing swimming pools, but Good Kid, Mad City wasn't out yet. They were just playing swimming pools, and I was like, "Dang, this song kind of hard." They was like, "You heard about Kendrick Lamar?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "I've heard about him. I just haven't played any music." And then so I was just knowing him off of kind of just swimming pools. And I think I looked up some songs, and I think I heard some stuff from Section 80 or whatever. And then I was like, okay, this is hard. And then when Good Kid, Mad City came out, I was just like, yo, I think this is about to be like my new favorite like person, like new artist. And from there, I've been on Kendrick ever since then. But yeah, I didn't really listen to Section 80 in totality until honestly a few years ago. Cause actually, I was listening to, I heard some songs off of Section 80, but I was listening to Good Kid, Mad City and all of these like other like singles that he had. But it wasn't until like a few years ago I actually was just like listening all the way through Section 80. So basically, I got introduced to Good Kid, Mad City before Section 80, honestly. And then after Good Kid, Mad City, I started going back to like Section 80, then like Overly Dedicated, and I started like going back. So it was really, I was introduced to his newer stuff at the time, like when Good Kid, Mad City came out. Then I was going back. So so it was like early 2012, late 2011, early 2012, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think the first time I heard Kendrick was, I think it was The Heart Part 2 was the first record that I ever heard by Kendrick Lamar, which was off of his Overly Dedicated mixtape. I don't think I like listened to the Overly Dedicated mixtape like that, but I just remember hearing that song. And then he had a song called Growing, I think it was like Growing Pains or Growing Apart with Jhené Aiko. And I remember like seeing Jhené Aiko, because she used to do a lot of stuff with TDE in the beginning, like in the early days.
Yeah, for real.
TDE. So I just remember kind of finding out about her through him. But then Section 80 came out, and we used to play, like Justin was saying, that when we were at North Lake, we used to listen to Section 80 all the fucking time, like all the time. Like that was the soundtrack to my life at one point. So I heard Section 80, and then Good Kid, Mad City came out, and then I was like, yeah, this guy is one of the GOATs. This guy is one of the GOATs just off of one album.
Just one album,
but like one official album, because a lot of people don't even really count. I count Section 80 as one of his albums, but a lot of people don't count it because it was the independent thing. Like I don't think he was signed to Aftermath yet at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Section 80. A lot of people like to say that Section 80 is Kendrick's best project to date.
I've heard that. And when I hear people say that, I wouldn't agree nor disagree. Like I wouldn't even argue with that person. I'd be like, that is. I wouldn't argue with that either. I'll just be like, yeah, that's a great project.
Yeah, I never would have thought though, when we were listening to Section 80, I never would have thought in a million years that Kendrick would be where he is now. I never would have thought that he would have gave us To Pimp a Butterfly. I never would have thought that Damn came out. I never in a million years would have thought that, because Section 80 is like a rapidy rap album. Like that's some rapidy rap shit. Like there's rap, bars, lyrics. I'm sorry, not lyrics. Concepts. He has so many different things, so many different layers in that album that it's just like, this is a rapidy rap guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What I like most about it, it's like Kendrick is telling a story through his music. Like one of my favorite songs on the album is a Keisha song. And he was telling the story about she was being like a prostitute and all that stuff, and then like at the end of it, he said like she got stabbed and she got killed or whatever. And I was like, bruh, it's like he's telling a whole story about somebody that he knew, and he's just like, and it sounds real good, like it sounds interesting. I'm like, just the way you tell stories just makes you want to listen to his music. Like that's what I like about his storytelling music. Like,
yeah, for sure. One of my all-time favorite Kendrick like storytelling songs is the Sing About Me Dying of Thirst. That's probably a top 5 Kendrick song for me, just because of how powerful and how deep like that song is and how he's rapping. I'm like, okay. And that was one of the songs that like really touched me by Kendrick. I was just like, this is one of those joints that it make you think about different things in life. And this is like a deep story. That's what really got me when I heard Good Kid, Mad City. That was the song that got me. I was just like, okay, I'm a fan. And then I like the way, and then I like when he raps, like the way he was rapping on like Rigor Mortis. I kind of like when he do that. That was really fire to me. And so yeah, Kendrick just grew on me. Actually, he wasn't a person that had to just grow on me. He was just like, it was almost like he got me like instantly when I first heard him. So Kendrick been fire to me.
Yeah.
Now we need another album, Kendrick. Where are you at?
Yeah,
this is not a game anymore.
We're gonna be probably wait till 2022 for that one. He ain't found no inspiration yet. Now I don't know when he gonna find it.
Nah, he's coming. He's coming. We just got to get a man some time. He's definitely cooking something up. Anytime I see like punching them like active on Twitter, I know that something's coming. And you know, Absol, of course, he's been hinting at his next project, because usually TDE they drop as a group. They usually come out as a group. So something is definitely coming from over there in that area. Don't know when, but it's coming. But I would say that one of my favorite records by Kendrick, like storytelling, is probably The Art of Peer Pressure. Like I love the way.
That
song. Like that song is just like, oh my god. And that song, that's actually on Good Kid, Mad City. I don't know why I thought that was on Section 80. I'm tripping. But nah, man. Section 80, Fuck Your Ethnicity, dope.
ADHD.
ADHD, Hold Up, dope. No Makeup, dope. Tammy Song, dope. Chapter 6. Ronald Reagan Era is probably one of my favorite records on that album.
Yes.
And Poe Man's Dreams. That's one of my favorite records too. Spiteful Chant, Keisha's Song, Rigor Mortis, Blow My High was one of my joints too. I really fuck with that Blow My High, man. That was one of my shits. And then High Power. So yeah. Section 80. Is that a classic? Sure. I'm saying that album is a classic.
Is that a classic? That's probably a classic, because I consider Good Kid, Mad City, and I consider To Pimp a Butterfly.
I don't think Damn is a classic.
That's what I'm about to say. I don't think Damn is a classic.
Sorry.
But it's a great album.
It's a great album. It's a great album.
It's a great album.
Great fucking album. And I just want to say, Kendrick, I know you're not watching. I love you. I love your music. I love everything that you do. Don't ever do a song with U2 ever again. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, man.
I never ever want to hear Kendrick Lamar and U2. Ever.
That's hilarious.
Wait, whoa.
But yeah, I would probably say Section 80 is a classic. I don't know if overly dedicated is a classic, but I think Section 80. I think overly dedicated is really good, but I don't think it's a classic. But I
So
think
what
I think
throws me
Section
off
80.
about overly dedicated, I guess wasn't it like inspired from like Lil Wayne's stuff, and he
I
just kind of
think
wanted to do something
I
like
think it
that.
was I think it was some inspiration from
And
Wayne.
that's when like the time when Lil Wayne was like, I guess you could say he was still in his prime, but he was kind of starting to fall off too, because he was starting to get to that more of the metaphor, weird ass metaphors don't make sense shit. And that
Yeah.
kind of that's kind of
He really
like
did get to that place.
it's
That's
like,
funny. Oh
yeah,
my
we don't
gosh.
know about if you want to inspire off Lil Wayne the way he's going right now, buddy.
Yeah. Overly dedicated was good, but I don't think it was a classic. But I think Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly are all classics. And then Damn is a great album, but I don't think it's a classic. It's a really, really great album. But yeah, but Kendrick got classics for sure. And I would say Section 80 is a classic.
I'll throw it in the Section 80 as a classic too.
Yeah, I would say it's a classic. I would probably say it might be a cult classic. I don't know if the culture considers that a classic.
Yeah.
But we as Kendrick Lamar fans, like we can recognize that album is like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still feel like people still and when they talk about Kendrick, they still talk about that album. So it's already kind of withstood the test of time. So
yeah,
I would consider that album to definitely be a classic. Now, how do we feel about Big Sean's first album?
Nope. We're not.
I feel like this.
Talk about
I remember when I liked it. And
no,
like,
no.
Look, Timothy and Raquel was like, "You really like that?" I said, "It's good." And then I guess I was stuck on that Chris Brown song. Yeah,
the whole.
And then I listened to it again, and I'm like, "What was I thinking of back then, bro? I must have been in the horrible phase with this music."
Boo boo.
Man, because I remember Timothy and Raquel used to get on my case about it, like, you really like that music?
So I ain't gonna say no names because like I just had this talk with people, but I ain't gonna say no names. But I know a couple people that would like, because I had that was around 2012. 2011, 2012 is I heard Big Sean. I heard that album and I didn't like it by Big Sean. But I remember having this talk with a couple people and I was saying how I love Crit and how I thought Crit was a better artist than Big Sean. And it was just like, no, you're crazy. Big Sean is a way better artist. And I was just like, no, because if I don't like your first, if it take me liking your third album, you're not a better artist than the other person to me. And because as soon as I heard Big Crit, I like Big Crit off rip. I did not like Big Sean off rip. It took me two or three albums to like Big Sean. And so, but when I heard his first album, I was just like, I was like, yeah, throw this away. I was like, you're Kanye's artist? What?
And like I was like, yeah, I said Kanye got the dude. I said, okay, he's probably gonna be good. I said, Kanye just not gonna pick up some random dude on the street and just drop an album.
Yeah, because Kanye had people like Saha, Pusha T. He had, Most Def was signed, but he never dropped the album. He had Common, he had Kid Cudi, and I heard Big Sean. I was just like, first album. I was like, you can toss this. Sorry, I don't.
So I do think the first album is garbage, but in Big Sean's defense, I'm going to shoot him some bail here. I think what they were trying to do in the beginning is try to make him into a big star. That's ultimately what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard about that too.
If you go back to his mixtapes, like the Finally Famous mixtapes, he was actually like rapping on.
That's what I heard too. And then so I went back because the first album, the Finally Famous album, I didn't like, but then I went back and I saw he had Finally Famous mixtape. And I was like, oh, he was actually rapping. Like, and then see, because I was introduced to him with his first album, not none of his mixtapes. So off rip, I was just like, ooh, this ain't it.
Yeah, I was
That was
somewhere
my
like,
that was my introduction. So it was like almost the wrong introduction to him because if I was on his mixtapes, then I probably would have been like, oh, these are good mixtapes. And then if I heard that album, I'd be like, this is not a great album, but he's still a great artist. So I was introduced to him with the first album. And so that being my first listen, I was like, nah, this ain't it. I was like, this is definitely not it.
Yeah. I heard the mixtapes first before I heard the album, so I was one of those lucky people that got to hear.
So yeah, I was late. I was late on the Big Sean, like late on the Big Sean Finally Famous mixtape. So I heard the album when I heard my introduction to Big Sean, and I was like, this is Big Sean. I was like, this is not good. I'm sorry. This is not it.
I'm like I said, I'm the same way as you. But I still haven't heard the mixtapes because, like I said, that was like around that time. That's when I was first hearing Big Sean. Like I said, he dropped that single with Chris Brown. I was like, yeah, okay, sure, cool. And then the
I
album
hated
came
that song.
out.
I like
Yeah,
Chris
it's
Brown
funny
part, but
because look,
overall,
the song
I
I
did not
liked
like
it,
that
and then
song.
I started listening to it more. I was like, I said the more the hit song, the more this song goes, the song sounds a little bit like ass. Like
Yeah, it's worse the more you play
you
it.
could have
Like,
did better with your single on this one. And then
yeah,
he dropped
I
he
like
dropped
the
the song ass.
what was the Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay or
Marvin
something
Gaye
like
and
that?
Chardonnay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that song was I like that song. It was like a couple songs here and there, but that Finally Famous, I was like, toss this
The way he was
in the
going
trash.
down, yeah, like because the way he was going down, it's like it was kind of messing up because then he dropped that song ass, and then that song
Yeah,
was stupid. And then he tried to make a remix with Nicki Minaj, and it didn't make it much better. Like I was like, well, it started sounding like he's trying to be like a party rapper. Like you go in the club, and, you might everybody's playing, they play ass, everybody's dancing and shit. I was like,
yeah.
I hope this ain't like where Big Sean's going. Like, if he's going like this, then I can understand why people's not going to like his music later on down the line.
And I don't know if that album really sold or did anything. Did that album do anything? It seemed like that was kind of a flop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I do think it was a flop. I think the singles helped it a little bit, but overall, yeah, I think that album was definitely a flop. And I'm pretty sure Big Sean knows that because with the few recent interviews that he's done, he's kind of explained the angle and where they were the direction that they were trying to go with that project. So, it's one of those albums where it's just like, let's just pretend like it didn't happen. And
we can't pretend like that didn't happen. It's there. You gave us this. It's stamped. It's there. It's on Spotify. Like you cannot. We can't pretend like it's not there. It's there.
It's definitely there. I think the first time I heard Big Sean, my introduction to him was on the record. What is it? I think it's like "See Me Now." I think on Dark Twisted Fantasy. There was a deluxe version. I think they came out.
I remember that the deluxe version of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I remember that.
Yeah, so he was on that record. That was my first time hearing Big Sean. And then I went to go check for his mixtapes, and then I heard his mixtapes, and then his album came out, and I was like, oh shit. But I knew that he was a dope artist because he dropped the Finally Famous album, and then after that dropped the Detroit mixtape.
See, I like that. The Detroit mixtape was fire.
That mixtape is a classic. Like I don't
yes,
that's a classic mixtape.
Yes.
That to me has some of Big Sean's best fucking raps like ever.
Yes.
So
yes,
when that came out, I was like, okay, there's still a dope artist in there. We just have to find him. We have to pull him out. We have to move it from mixtape to the album.
Yes.
And then Hall of Fame came out.
Trash.
I thought no, you're right. I thought the other one came out for Hall of Fame.
I only listened to that album because of the people that were featured on it. Yeah. But that album was not good.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It took me it took me listening to his third album for me to be like, finally.
I think what the problem was he was trying to find himself because Big Sean is from Detroit. He comes from a place where there's God MCs. You know what I'm saying? You're coming from where Elzhi's from. You're
Royce.
Where Royce is from. You're coming from where Eminem, Guilty Simpson, and all these guys are from. So I think they were trying to figure out how to make him into a star. But I think he clearly he wanted to rap because now he's really rapping. Like now he has a big enough platform to where he can give what he wants to give, and he can rap his ass off now. And I just think it took them a minute to kind of figure that out. Now I agree with you. It took 3 albums. You know what I'm saying? Once Dark Sky Paradise came out, I was like, yes.
I was like, finally. I heard that. I was like, where was this?
Yeah,
2 albums ago.
They finally let him do what he wanted to do. I was like, whoa, bruh.
It took a minute. I was like, but it took your 3rd album. I was like, geez.
And like right now,
some people, I'll be like, by second, I'll be like, that just shows you how much I wanted to really get into somebody, like to their music, because sometimes I'll be like, man, your 2nd album trash too. I don't know if I'm about to give your 3rd album a listen, but I guess I don't know if I was just feeling pressure by people saying, no, Big Sean is so dope. And because when somebody is saying somebody's so dope, and like everybody could be like, this person is so dope, and if I just don't like it, I just don't like it. And I feel like that was the case with Big Sean. Like so many people was like, Big Sean is so good, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I don't hear it. What are y'all talking about? And then it was his 3rd album, and I was just like, this is it. This is it right here.
And it really, for artists, it's hard to come back from stuff like that. Like if your first 2 albums are just trash, man, that 3rd album is not gonna cut it. Usually your first album is like your make or break.
Yeah, like, that first album be like, they be going the hardest. It'd be like, it'd be like they be getting out stuff. He'd be like, okay, this artist is just like, they snapping on their first project. It's almost like the intro to them is like they had to snap because, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're getting out a lot of stuff, a lot of information. They're trying to, a lot of some people, it take their 2nd, 3rd album for them to be good. And then some people, their first album is just that, it's it. They going in like,
it's because if you remember what Jay used to say when he would reference Reasonable Doubt, he would be like, that's the album that it took my whole life to make. Like it took my whole entire life to make this album. So literally, usually with their first album, that's the one that people are like, okay, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna snap. This is where all my best material is gonna be. And that's why, like going back to Kendrick Lamar, like I think it's crazy how his first major album was that crazy. And then he's still been able to, he's gone up like since then. It's insane. Like Kendrick is just, it's just insane. But no, Big Sean's first album is definitely garbage. 100%. Like I'm saying, 100% garbage.
No, it is.
I
think me and you talked about that before, like about Big Sean's album. Man, I was just like, I hated that album.
Yeah. Trash.
It was
like I said, I must have been going through a crazy phase when I said I liked that song, I liked that album. I was like, I thought about it, I listened to it again. I said, oh hell no. Nah.
It didn't age
Big Sean,
well,
you knew better. Big Sean,
Nothing.
You knew better.
That album is. I feel like I don't hear anybody talk about that album anymore. I don't even hear people say, "Yo, that Finally Famous album."
That's why I said it's almost like it didn't happen. I know it's there, but it's almost like it didn't happen because nobody talks about it. I don't like you just said, that album did not age well because a lot of people that were on that album.
I would say if I was Big Sean, I'd be like, can y'all delete that album off all platforms? Like, because this is not, I don't want this album out anymore.
It's almost like a parody album. Like they went in the studio and they were just like, make the dumbest parody that you can possibly make. Make the trashiest shit that you can make. And Big Sean.
Oh no, that album is not it, sir. It's not. It's. Ooh. I just remember hearing it, I was like, and see at that time I was listening to albums before I was buying them. Yeah. Like I was legit doing that. Cause I would buy albums, but I would have been so pissed if I bought that. Oh my God. I'm really thinking about if I would have bought that album before I heard it. You understand how mad I would have been? I would have returned that with the quickness.
Burn that motherfucker in front of me when he got it. I was like, bro.
I would have been so mad.
I bought it. I have the physical copy to that album. And I think I have.
What? You bought it?
I bought it.
Wow.
That was
I was not taking no risk like that, bro. I just wasn't. I wasn't. I was on the internet playing albums before I bought them. I was just that type because I was like, if I buy this album and it's trash, I'm gonna be pissed.
See, I do that now. I learned my lesson. That was back then. Whenever I was a super fan of an artist or a big fan of an artist, I would just go buy their shit off the strength. And now I don't do that anymore because we've had too many situations where some of the artists that we love have put out garbage. And
garbage.
I can't do it. Like, so
nope.
Now that's where I'm at. I'm listening to a project first before I
don't even take that risk no more.
Unless it's like if it's like Pusha T or somebody like that, I'm buying it. If it's Griselda,
I'm buying that off rip because it's like if you that type of artist, Pusha T is just different. I know what I'm gonna get when I'm listening to Pusha T. Like Pusha T dropped the album tomorrow, I'm copping it. I ain't even got to hear one song. I'm copping it. It's just off rip.
We already know he's gonna be lyrically good on that.
That's what I'm saying. If off rip, I'm getting it. But Big Sean, I'm not. I can't take that risk. I can't. No, because it's like it could be good or not. I'm not.
Well, let's just be happy Kanye West didn't go that route with Pusha T that he did with Big Sean, because
Pusha T wouldn't have even allowed that.
No,
yeah,
because that first Pusha T album is hard.
I ain't gonna lie, he wouldn't be able to do that because, like I said, he was already good when we had the clips. We was already listening.
Clips, yeah. So yeah,
we was already listening. So it was too late. It was too late.
He's like, you're not about to turn me. You ain't about to turn me into a Big Sean. No sir. No sir. No way. I would have been so pissed. I'm talking about pissed.
But I mean, look, Big Sean, he's out here prospering now.
He's here now.
He's out here.
He in the game now, for real.
He found himself. He dropped Deep Reverence, which to this day is still one of my favorite verses of the past couple of years. That song, I listen to that song like once a day. And I still listen to that album a lot. It's still in heavy rotation for me. So salute to Big Sean, man. He's come a long way.
Sir.
Come a long way.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How do we feel about J. Cole's first album? Because this is another album that I feel like people oh God, this nigga just started.
Let's talk about it because I promise me and Timothy had this debate going back and forth for a long time.
It's not a classic.
I put it like this. I found after I listened to it over some times, I said I think to myself, like, where did he go wrong? Like, you had
I can tell you where he went wrong.
Let me pull a track list. Like, he had so much greatness, and then it just started going down. I'm like, yeah, you should.
I don't even honestly. I can't even like that album isn't even memorable to me.
Yeah, like it's to that point where I can only listen to 2-3 songs off that thing, and then I just get rid of it. Like, yeah, that's all I want. Just I'm gone.
It's basically the deluxe version of Friday Night Lights, because it has like 4 songs from
No, we're not doing it.
I think what happened was, and it's funny. This is a funny conversation because when this album first came out, I remember playing it like crazy. Like when I first heard it, I was like, this is actually dope. And then like the more I started to listen to it, I got bored and I just kind of discarded it, and I haven't gone back to it since. Like every now and then I'll play, I'm pulling up the track list. I'll play like Breakdown. I always thought that song was dope. And then he had another record on there. I think it was the Rise and Shine.
Yeah.
Oh no, God's Gift. I think it was God's Gift. That was a dope record. But then, you know, you look at the track list and it's just like Lights Please. Come on now. That came off of the warm up.
Yeah, that's all.
In the Morning came off of Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights, yep.
He put out Lost Ones, you know what I'm saying, as like a Lucy. And then the rest of it, I think, was an attempt at commercial. It was like a commercial album. He put Mr. Nice Watch on there, which again, we're going back to subpar Jay-Z verses, man.
Fucked it up.
We're going back to subpar Jay-Z verses, man. Like, I'm trying to tell you.
That record, I like Nobody's Perfect with Missy Elliott. I thought that was dope.
I do love that song.
That was a dope
I
record.
actually played. That's one of the songs I can still play to this day.
Yeah.
Workout is like,
Nah, not rocking.
Boy, look.
Yeah, I'm not
workout. When he dropped workout, I was like, yeah, because I think when he dropped first was what was that song? Who That? And that's when I was like, okay, I think this album's gonna be good. He dropped Who That, and I was like, I started liking it. Then he dropped that song with Trey Songz as a video.
Can't
I was
get
like, yeah.
I kind of like that song. I kind of like that song. Not for Cole's part. I just kind of like the hook.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then
I don't like. It's just one of those songs where it's just not. That album just didn't do for me.
What caught my attention on the album was always Sideline Stories. Like before the album dropped, I was always listening to that song. Like that song, it would kind of remind, because I played basketball in high school, and I kind of related to that song, and that's why I was like, yeah. I said after I heard Silent Story, I said, okay, I got to get this J. Cole album. I told my mom, I said, drop me to Walmart. I'm gonna go pick this J. Cole album up real quick.
That album, I don't know. That album really, I never really went back to that album. I probably listened to it once or twice, and I was just like, it didn't have replay value for me.
Yeah,
no whatsoever.
Definitely, that album definitely didn't age well at all. So when we go back, right? When we go back and we look at the debut album from Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, Thank Me Later. I'm not talking about Section 80. I'm talking about good. We're starting at Good Kid, Mad City because that's the big one. And then we look at Cole's first project. What album? Because I've heard a lot that Good Kid, Mad City didn't withstand the test of time either. As great as an album it is, a lot of people say that album didn't age well either.
To me, out of those three, Kendrick got it. I'm sorry. Even though I like Thank Me Later, it's just not. It ain't doing what Good Kid, Mad City is doing for me. Out of them three, I did not, because I didn't like J. Cole's debut album. I love Thank Me Later. Wait a minute, because Thank Me Later is actually pretty great though.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know if Thank Me Later is a classic. Good Kid, Mad City just feels more like a classic debut album.
Yeah, it is a classic. But it's crazy to think that those albums, being the debut albums from our biggest artists, like are not like they didn't. The culture says that none of them age well. Like I think that's crazy. Like that is crazy. An insane thought, because Drake is such a big artist now, Cole is such a big artist now, Kendrick is such a big artist now, that their first project didn't hit like that, I guess.
Because sometimes, I guess depending on the person or the artist, sometimes it don't. The first album just don't hit like that. Even though I think Good Kid, Mad City is a classic, but I don't think Sideline Story is a classic. Then Thank Me Later is really, really good, but I think Take Care is the classic.
Like,
I don't know.
Put it this way. So every now and then, whenever you go hang out, like at the bar, the club, or wherever your social spot is at, and music is playing, and they do like a throwback, do you hear anything from Good Kid, Mad City being played? Like, do people play "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe"? Or because
I've heard.
I don't hear that. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't even hear Swimming Pools. And that's
actually, now that I think about it, I haven't heard them songs
because we
played in spots.
Yeah, me and Justin we've been at the bar before, and they still play like "Miss Me" from Thank Me Later. They still.
That's what I'm saying. They'll still play songs from that. Like,
yeah, they still play I've heard Find Your Love. Yeah, like
Fancy. They used to play Fancy a lot.
Fancy. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Good Kid, Mad City is a classic project, but I guess I don't know if that album aged very well.
Yeah, I guess like because it doesn't have like a.
But it's not. But it's because I think it's because that album ain't really like radio. Like, it's like Drake is the more mainstream out of the three. and he's the more commercial out of the three. I mean, Kendrick is commercial, but not as big. None of them is as big as Drake in the commercial realm.
You know what?
In mainstream realm.
It's actually funny because the one song that is a big commercial song on that album has Drake on it, which is Poetic Justice.
Exactly. They'll play that because Drake is on it. And even though that's a great song, but Drake is just more of the mainstream commercial because Drake don't even know how to rap. He can do melodic songs and they just big.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then it just depends on what you listening to, because I feel like a lot of real like people that are into like MCs and stuff do think that Kendrick's debut is a classic. And then I feel like some are like, eh.
No, I think Good Kid, Mad City is like that album is because you have albums in hip hop where Illmatic is like there's no question. There's no question that album is a classic. When you think about, you know, Blueprint 1, like there's no question. College Dropout, there's no question. Exactly. Good Kid, Mad City is the same thing. Like there's no question. Exactly. That album is a classic. Like
it's a classic to me.
There's no question. I just think that is crazy. I think that is crazy that those three albums don't have like
I find it crazy because, like I said, when you said about Good Kid, Mad City, my homeboy, he said that album is overrated. And I always tell myself, like, how is it overrated? It's just like, it was just compacted good. Like, as far as like, a lot of people just don't talk about Good Kid, Mad City, like, because how Drake is. Like, we're going to talk about Drake because it's Drake. But when you go to, like, something that's good, listen to Good Kid, Mad City. Like,
yeah,
it's not overrated, and it's just great where it's at. Like, putting all that together like that, man. I wouldn't call it overrated. Like if you want to call it overrated, hell, I wouldn't call Take Care overrated, but the hype on it was crazy. The hype on Take Care was crazy.
I would say I could definitely agree with that. That Take Care is a classic, but yeah, the hype around it was even more crazy than the certified stamp of it being a classic. It's a classic nonetheless, but it's like sometimes the hype around something can make it almost seem like bigger than what it is. And because Take Care, don't get me wrong, is great, but I think the hype around it made it like that album was just in like the best thing ever to come out, which it was good, but come on now, we know with certain MCs, it's lyrically it's not lyrically the best as far as like some MCs that we know. So
yeah, man. Shout out to Jermaine Cole. A lot of other albums came out. I just want to do a quick shout out to all the dope albums that came out 10 years ago.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna be talking forever if we talk about just one of these albums. So shout out to Tech N9ne. All 6s and 7s came out 2011.
Yep.
Dope project.
Undone by the Roots.
Undone by the Roots. Yep. Woo. 2011. That album is a fucking classic.
It is.
The Carter 4. Shout out to Wayne.
Yes.
Wiz Khalifa, Rolling Papers came out. That album, I fuck with that album. I fuck with Rolling Papers. I think a lot
of remember me playing that album like that.
I fuck with that album. I'm not gonna lie. I fuck with that.
You know what? I don't even know if I really listened through that album like that. If I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I only played like a couple songs. I don't even know if I listened to that whole album.
Yeah, that album is dope. I would say that's one of Wiz Khalifa's best like album.
I say that is his. Well, I don't know. Yeah,
his mixtape
I go straight back to Rolling Papers when he talked to me about Wiz Khalifa, because around that time everybody was bumping their Rolling Papers, man. Like everywhere I rode, I heard a song from Rolling Papers.
Yeah, I fuck with Rolling Papers. I remember playing that album a lot when it came out. Common, The Dream of the Believer,
that's a classic.
Yeah, one of the albums that speaks to me, and oh god,
I love that album.
Of course, Bad Meets Evil.
Is that a classic album? Is
I
Bad
don't,
Meets Evil classic?
I don't think so. I don't think it's a classic.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why I thought that. I don't know why I thought that album was so great lyrically.
It's a dope project. It's a very, very dope project. I just don't. It had no replay value for me.
Yeah.
Really?
It didn't have any.
How did
To
you?
me,
I played that album so much.
yeah. And what were you going to say, Justin?
I was gonna ask you, how did you feel about the Red album?
Game. That was a dope album.
Game?
That was a dope project. I think lyrically that has some of Game's like best shit on there. Some of his best verses. But no, I think for me what it is like I like Royce and M together. I just don't know if I want to hear a full length project with them two together. I love Royce so much, like Royce being one of my favorite MCs. I think I just like it whenever it's just him. Whenever it's just him.
Yeah, every time M puts Royce on a song, he just Royce just washes like, hey, give me the towel. I'm finna just go ahead and wash you off the song, bro. I don't even know why you want me on here.
Look,
but
Royce,
hey,
Royce is just.
I don't know. For me on Bad Meets Evil, I don't feel like. See, I think Royce is a better rapper than M now, but for some reason, maybe I was just on an Eminem like high or something like that. I don't know, but for some reason, when I hear that album, I feel like that's Eminem at his best lyrically, almost. Maybe it's because Royce maybe put that in him. Like maybe he's like, okay, I'm not gonna get washed by Royce, not on this album. Now I feel like now Royce is better, but for some reason, I feel like Eminem was doing some of his best rapping on that project. Honestly, they were probably neck and neck. And I feel like some songs M was getting Royce, and I feel like some songs Royce had M. But I think it was around that time, like I was like, damn, this is Eminem and Royce are kind of killing this. But I don't know, maybe it just had replay value for me. But I definitely think it had more replay value than Finally Famous. Yeah,
like everything had a little more replay value.
Yeah, like I was playing that album up like back and forth, up and down. Like that album was it for me.
Yeah, man. Salute to them too. What else came out?
Ambition by Wale.
Oh yeah, Ambition by Wale.
Oh yeah,
Wale, dope album. Killer Mike Pledge came out. The third one.
That's a great album.
Yep. Killer Mike. Fonte, Charity Starts at Home.
Yo, Fonte.
Salute to my man Fonte, man.
Fire, bro.
If y'all haven't heard Charity Starts at Home, please do yourself a favor and go check that album out. Fonte is we said it here on the podcast before. Fonte was Drake before Drake.
Yeah. Jeezy, Hustler's Ambition, Thug Motivation 103.
Yep. Salute to Jeezy. Pharoah Monch, War came out. Salute to Pharoah.
Oh my God.
Raekwon, Shaolin versus Wu-Tang.
I forgot about that album.
Lupe Fiasco and Lasers.
Wait, what's up?
Lupe Fiasco with Lasers.
I think I used to get
I'm not gonna lie, it's a couple songs on there I like, but that album as a whole, as I said, a couple songs. There's a couple songs on the album I like, but as a whole, that's not a good project.
I remember what song was that I was playing? They use it for like a lot of basketball videos, bro. And I used to play that all the time. And I think I used to get on Timothy's nerves about it. Yes, I think I used to get on Timothy's nerves with that song, bro. That song.
He was trying to go too commercial on that album, and it just didn't really.
Yeah.
Actually, that might have been the album that sold a decent amount as far as in the commercial realm, I think. But it didn't sound like The Cool. It didn't sound like Food and Liquor. It didn't sound like Tetsuo and Youth. It didn't sound like none of those projects. Mm-hmm. Because collectively, those albums that I just named were great lyrically and musically. He has some good like lyricism on Lasers on some songs, but the beat selection and the way the rhyming and beat selection were not coming together well. It wasn't it.
Yeah, man. Salute to Lupe. G-Rap dropped a project, Riches, Royalty, and
I
Respect.
forgot about that project too. That was good.
Timothy, you ain't gonna forget one, are you?
I'm still going. I still got a lot. Pusha
Oh,
T,
I was
Fear
about to
God.
say, yep. I was about to say, Fear God too.
Pusha T, Fear God 2.
Pusha T.
That album
Yes.
dropped that has some of my favorite Pusha T records on there. Alone in Vegas,
Yes, sir.
My God, his verse on what's the shit with Kanye and Jeezy, crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Absol, Long Term Mentality, dropped. Schoolboy Q dropped Setbacks. Lil B dropped I'm Gay.
Bro, I don't even want to talk about that, bro.
I never listened to Lil B ever. People used to be in high school like, "Yo, he's fire." I'll be like, "No, he's not."
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Bro, Timothy played one song from that dude. I said, "What are we listening to, dude?"
I know exactly what song you're
I
talking
said,
about.
"What are we
No.
listening to, bro?"
I think the song that you're talking about, I think it's called like Martians and Aliens or some shit like that. Yeah.
I never was a big fan. Even when in high school, when they was like, "Listen to Little B," I was like, "No, I'm not listening to him.
Nah.
He's not. He's not good.
Oh my god!
I'm not gonna even
bro.
pretend to like this dude. No."
I just want to know who put the dude in the studio and like, actually released his music, because I couldn't claim that, bro. I'm like, nah, he on your own on that one, bro.
How do we feel about Tyler the Creator's Goblin album?
You don't even have to ask me because I've never listened to a full Tyler the Creator album ever. Not
Really?
one.
You know what's so
Don't ask
funny?
me.
I think that was the only album I listened to all the way through by him, and I think it was a couple songs on there I like, but yeah, I just never could get into Tyler the Creator, bro. I was always a Earl fan.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, well, definitely Earl. And
Earl is just that guy to me. He's just better than Tyler to me. I'm sorry.
And no disrespect towards Tyler the Creator at all. It was just never really my cup of tea. I could never really get into it. I've definitely heard a lot of songs by him, and it's just not for me. Not really.
That's how I am. Earl would always fit my personality. Just the way Earl rapped and the things he talked about, just like this nigga's the lyricist. He talk about things that I think about, and I don't know. Tyler just was never my. I just couldn't
that weird rap was just got to me. I was like, Tyler, like, what is he saying, bro? Like, he say some stuff and then it makes you think, like, yeah, but then his voice kind of gets you like, yeah. I can't bump this.
There is some weirdo rap that I do like, but it just depends on who it is. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever listened to Billy Woods.
I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Yeah, he's like super underground, and like I like his music, but he's one of those artists where you have to. He's not for everybody. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's not somebody that you could put on and people would be like, "Oh my god, I like that." Like, you have to be a certain type of person to like that type of music, because he's really like a super complex lyricist, and he's like really socially conscious. So he's kind of like
he sound like somebody that's kind of like an unorthodox type of.
Yeah, like if you've ever heard, I know you guys have heard of Aesop Rock. Right. I know
he's like an ASAP Rock type person, an unorthodox type of artist. He doesn't really kind of go with what's going on today. He kind of just do what's kind of in his mind, how he feels. He rhymes the way he want to rhymes, even if it's with the beat or off beat. It's just kind of an unorthodox type of.
Yeah.
I don't know, just delivery or whatever.
Yeah, and so Billy Woods, he's paired up with this other guy named Lucid, and they have a group together called Arm & Hammer. And even if I feel like people like us, even if it's like, because it is, it's weird. It's weird rap. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's weird old rap, and it's stuff that you have to listen to over and over and over again to really understand it. But the few projects that they've dropped in the past couple of years, like they dropped one last year and I think one 2 years before that. Y'all should definitely check that shit out, man. Y'all should definitely check that shit out, because I feel like, you know, with the type of rap that we listen to, we kind of dabble into everything. We listen to hardcore rap, we listen to new age rap, we listen to whatever, you know what I'm saying? And
Conscious rap,
conscious
super
rap,
lyrical,
yeah,
like
lyrical,
slaughterhouse type rap. Like, yeah,
and
conscious, political, all of that. Yeah.
yeah. And so Arm & Hammer is the name of the group. It's Billy Woods and Lucid. And I'm probably sending y'all some songs. And y'all just let me know.
For sure.
I want to know if I'm alone. I listen to it. And I'm just like, this shit is dope. Like, I don't care. Like, this shit is fucking great.
Yeah, send me some stuff, bro, for sure.
Yeah, send me some stuff. I gotta hear this.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely see. They actually just dropped the album last Friday with The Alchemist. Alchemist produced the whole entire thing.
Oh snap! Okay, I definitely gotta live with that. If it's with The Alchemist.
Yeah, they just dropped the album with The Alchemist. And it's called Haram. I don't know why the fuck they picked that name, but I'm gonna send y'all some records. How do we start talking about this shit? How do we get here?
We got on. Wait, how did we get on this? I think we were talking
how weird Tyler Creator's music is.
Tyler the Creator. That's what it was. Because I asked, how do we feel about his debut project? Album.
Yeah,
but he was always the person, because I think Frank Ocean is in Odd Future, or was in Odd Future too.
Was
and I don't even think Odd Future exists anymore. But
yeah,
I only listened to Earl and Frank, and then after that it was
and Sid, the internet,
and Sid, and Sid from and Sid and from the internet. Those are the only ones I listen to. So Tyler never really grabbed my attention like that. Earl was always my guy, like my person rap wise in Odd Future. And then but Earl was just always that person to me. And then trying to think of some other albums. Camp was great.
Yep. Camp was a dope
by Childish Gambino. Shout out to Childish Gambino, man. He's just the GOAT. He's one of the best.
That is a genius. That is like a genius all in the making right there. Like, how you go from doing rap to singing to acting to producing, and everything comes out great. Like
writing, acting,
it just comes out great.
He's great, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's talent right there, man.
Were y'all ever into Action Bronson?
I can't say I was.
I never was really into him.
Now, you know damn well, Tolorian, I take it as disrespect when a motherfucker tries to sound like Ghostface.
That's why I think that's why I can never get into him, because I love Ghostface so much.
I ain't listening to no goddamn Action Bronson. Don't you ever?
Yeah. I think that's why I could never get into him, because he sounded too much like Ghostface, and I was like, I love Ghostface, and it sound like you're just trying to sound like Ghostface. Maybe he wasn't trying to, but he was sounding like
God. I don't think you can bite Ghostface style. Like, I'm sorry, you can only have one Ghostface in the world. Like, that's it.
Facts.
After he's gone, leave his stuff alone. Don't reincarnate him with nothing. Just let Ghostface be Ghostface, bro.
Don't ever go on ESPN. Ghostface don't rap like this. Don't ever do that. Don't you ever do that.
Disrespect is real.
Don't you ever do that.
What about Yellow Wolf's first album, Radioactive? Did y'all ever listen to Yellow Wolf?
I didn't hear the Radioactive album, but I did listen to a mixtape by him. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was called like Country Cowboy or Cowboy something. And I always thought that Yellow Wolf was pretty dope. Like, I don't think he's bad at all. Like, I think he can rap.
I like Yellow Wolf.
Yeah, I think he can rap. I know Justin. I put Justin on that Prime 2 album, and he sent me a screenshot of him listening to that record that Yellow Wolf was on, that Prime 2 shit with Royce. And
now Royce and Yellow Wolf got beef.
That's crazy. Like, because I always limited Yellow Wolf to Slaughterhouse music. Like, if it wasn't nothing else, I probably heard him through Slaughterhouse. But as far as like listening to his albums, I never just gave it a chance. But I had like heard songs, like there's one song with him. He's on with A$AP Rocky and all them other people. You talking
about One Train?
One Train.
Yes, he spazzed on that shit. Like, goddamn. And then I just never gave him a chance after that. Like, I thought he was just dropping music, like just dropping it, just dropping songs, but he wasn't dropping nothing after that. So I kind of just limited to him.
Yeah, we don't speak of Yellow Wolf around here after Royce done went off on his ass.
Yellow Wolf, this is your first and your last pass. Ain't
Your
gonna put it in
punk
blast. Your punk ass know
Your
what this
punk
is about.
ass know what-
Yo, I can't believe he actually said that
No,
on there.
but what he said after that was the crazy part when he said, "You think this is about screaming and getting loud, but you're gonna find yourself upside down in front of Kid Rock."
He said until you find your face down and outside of Kid Rock's house. I was like, yo, Royce is spazzing right now.
God,
Listen. I love beef. I don't want it to go anywhere past music because I know Royce, he's really about that shit. But I want to see Royce diss somebody, like just once before he retires, like just one time. I just want to see it just once.
It's gonna happen. I feel like it's somebody gonna test Royce, and it's gonna happen. And
I was waiting for Tory Lanez to test him when they were about to beef. I was like, oh,
you don't want those problems, Tory. Sorry.
Tory talking about he was irrelevant because he said battle rap was irrelevant. I said, yeah, play. I said, I don't think you want to go down that route.
Tory don't want that with Royce. He really don't want them problems.
But I feel like ain't nobody's gonna fuck with him. Like his catalog, but his stuff that he has, it's like it makes you wonder, like, do you really want to go beef one-on-one with this dude lyrically?
This man is a top tier lyricist.
Nah, there's a few people in hip hop that aren't human. Royce, Black Thought, Pharoah Monch, Elzhi, like those guys, they're not human. Like they don't make music. They make art.
They make art.
they make art.
It goes past music, bro.
Yeah, man. Like if you listen to the Allegory, like the way
Allegory is so
rapping
great
on the Allegory, like speaking of Royce, Success is Certain came out in 2011, so that album turns 10. But yeah, man, a lot of good projects came out 10 years ago, man. So salute to all of those artists that came out 10 years ago. I feel like we've been on here talking for hours. For hours. But I just wanted to go ahead and close it out with this. I know, Justin, I know you say you didn't watch it, but I just want to close it out with the Raekwon and Ghostface battle. Definitely is going to go down as my favorite versus battle to date. They really put on a show. And just like how I was telling you whenever we were watching it, Tellurian, it doesn't look like they've aged at all.
They don't age, bro. They look 35. They 50. And I think Raekwon's almost 50, but I think Ghostface is 50.
Ghostface is 50. He just turned 50, I think, last year. So that is insane. But yeah, man, that was definitely my favorite versus battle. That was the first versus battle where they would do songs with each other and they would just do the verses. So it wasn't even really a battle.
It wasn't even a versus battle. It was just pure.
I was gonna ask, so was it more like kind of like celebration?
It was a celebration. It was a celebration, but it wasn't even a battle.
It was a celebration.
I didn't even like to call it a battle because they wasn't even really going against each other.
Yeah, it was definitely a celebration of Only Built for Cuban Links being one of the greatest albums of all time. And just showcasing how great Ghostface catalog really is and how many records and artists he's worked with. And there was a moment in there where him and Raekwon were like, I think we have like 500 songs. And I was like, holy shit, like these motherfuckers have so much.
Yes. And Ghostface got like another 5-6 albums coming?
He said he's working on 6 albums right now.
Damn.
That is insane, bro.
This man is dropping 6 fucking
50 dropping 6 goddamn albums, bro.
That's so much music, and I'm gonna listen to every single one of them.
Man, 100%. And we got cameos. Master Killer came through. Capadonna came in, did his verse of Ice Cream. RZA came in. Yeah, man. Most of them were there.
They need another one. They need to just have a Wu-Tang, or they need to do Ghostface and Raekwon again. That was fun.
Oh yeah, they could definitely do it again because I feel like they didn't even really get to do a lot of the songs that I wanted to hear. They didn't even. I don't even think they did Rainy Days.
It was a lot. It was so. They have so much music. You couldn't get through all of that.
not in one session.
Yeah, Ghostface didn't even do the Champ, and I think that's one of his most memorable songs. But yeah, I would definitely love to see them do it again because they still have more records to do. How do you feel about Redman versus Method Man?
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Wait, so that's gonna happen? Like,
yep.
I've been out there.
What was it? Is it on 420? Day 420?
Oh yeah, 420. How high? Come
that
on.
Makes so much. That makes so much.
That's what I'm talking. I just got done watching that movie the other day, bro.
That makes so much sense.
I gotta watch that one, bro. I gotta watch that.
That makes so much sense that it's on that day.
Yes, that's gonna be a very, very dope battle. And I think what is it? Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers, right? That's
I'm here for that one. Yes,
I think everybody gonna get up dancing on that.
Oh yeah.
My dad used to play the Isley Brothers all the time.
Yes.
What? Eric was down with all that, boy. That's how we know most of their songs, bro. Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire. My mom used to listen to it all the time. Boy.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man. That's really it, man. Did we forget anything? Did we leave anything out?
No, man. I enjoyed the episode. This is a perfect episode for it to be episode 50. So did it with our brother. Man. So glad to have you.
I enjoy talking to my brothers. So they speak knowledge to me today. Like I'm finna go look for some more music here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna listen to the people Timothy advised me to listen to.
Yeah, I'm a
DeLorean.
Yes,
DeLorean, you need to get on that Rod Wave album, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna listen to it today. I'm gonna listen to that, and I'm gonna listen to Benny Project.
Yeah, get the Benny, man. Get to the Benny. Get to the
man.
Benny.
I'm gonna get to those projects for sure. Definitely today. I'm probably I'm gonna probably put some time away today to see if I can watch this Justice League movie.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Even though we're talking about the Justice League, I'm worried about what's gonna happen Wednesday, bro. Because me and my cousin been arguing about it back and forth.
Kong versus
Godzilla.
Oh man, I'm watching that. I'm still watching that, bro.
He
so much good stuff is coming. Oh my god, bro.
That's all.
I can't handle all of this. It's crazy.
Well, like I said, we had to wait. We waited so long for these movies to drop because of COVID, and they still got a bunch of movies that was supposed to come out last year that they got to bring out this year. Like I think Black Widow is gonna come back out next month, so I'm probably gonna watch that. I'm gonna have to watch that. And then I don't know how y'all feel about Fast and Furious 9. They gonna go ahead and drop that.
I didn't even see the last one. I didn't even see it.
I ain't gonna care.
Then we be done.
They just put John Cena on there and said, let's do it. They put John Cena on there and said, let's do it. And I think
y'all don't stop making these Fast and Furious movies. Jesus.
Look, they just throwing money away, bro. That's all it is.
They should have ended it when Paul Walker died and on the Fast Furious 7. And man, that was a great ending. They should have just left it at that.
Like I said, just like music, movies they're trying to get all the movies back out. Like they need to make money their damn self. Like, hey, we need some money, man. Let's go ahead and put these movies on whatever platform they can watch it on. Charge them for it, and let's keep going.
Yep,
I agree. I'm definitely going to be watching that Kong versus Godzilla. I've been waiting on that one for a long time, so I'm definitely checking that out. And yeah, man, thank you, Justin, for hanging out with us for what it feels like,
brothers.
3-hour conversation.
I know, right?
Anytime, bro.
Hopefully they can make it through this whole episode. This is a long one.
Probably.
I'm always here. I'm like I said, when y'all need me, just text me or call me. And I enjoy myself. I can't wait to do many more of these episodes with y'all.
Yes, sir. I can't wait to have you on more.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have you back. We're definitely gonna have you back for Certified Lover Boy.
Yo, this Drake album drop.
Whenever he drops the damn album, bro. Look, he taking that recovery a little too serious now. I mean, I understand. We're gonna let you recover, but drop the damn album and recover at the same time, bro.
I I ain't letting him recover. Fuck that leg. Put the album out.
Man, Timothy, you remember when he was on stage and he just slipped and Lil Wayne said, "Damn, he really is Aubrey." From Degrassi.
He did. Hey, when he did that,
Oh snap!
you remember that shit? Because Lil Wayne just looked at him like, oh, this nigga didn't just fall on my set.
Bro.
Oh my God, bro. Lil Wayne made fun of him. He said, "I guess he is the dude from Degrassi." I busted out laughing.
Damn. I'm just now thinking about that. Drake has always had something wrong with his legs. Like, what the fuck?
He been in that wheelchair for so long on Degrassi, he started to mess with his damn leg, man. Oh my God. That's crazy, bro.
Jesus.
God damn.
Oh shit.
All right, man. Justin, yeah, we love you, man. We're glad that you hung out with us on episode 50 of the TNT podcast, man. We can't wait to have you on. Yeah, and we're out of here.
We're out of here. Yes, sir.
Peace.